Am I missing something?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Amongst his peers will tell you he's a dog.
100%. I'm saying he's a dog. I'm saying, has there ever been a guy who less looks the part of an NBA superstar? I mean, he's built like Vinny Johnson, if you remember him from back in the day.
Yeah, I
Piston.
remember Vinny.
He's just not built like a star, man. Especially without a ton of... He's just not super athletic, is he? Uses that body, uses the angles, gets shots up over guys way bigger, but he will cross you up and make you look silly. And, buddy, did he do that to a pretty good defender last night. I felt watching the game... Like, Thompson was doing a pretty good job on him when he got the chance. Yet here's Brunson with 40 at the end of the game. The Knicks trailed. They led most of the game. They were up 7 with 8 minutes to go, and suddenly we're down 7 with 3.5 to play. They storm back, and Brunson, a crossover, top of the key, literally put Thompson on his rear end.
It was Kimba-esque.
Fell on his fanny, and Brunson just... cool as a cucumber, took one step back. Could have driven the lane, by the way, for the mid-range free throw jumper. They don't do that anymore.
No, I want all 3 of them.
Yeah, step back, nothing but net, man. Nothing but nylon, as we used to say. And Brunson's shot wins a really, really tight series that the Pistons, it's going to be tough to swallow. They lost the one game on the foul that wasn't. They lost this one on a last-second three-pointer. They had another 1-point loss in the series. So Pistons are on the rise. Next year's an important year for them. They're going to have to get over the hump and start winning some playoff series, lest they just stay in kind of that Atlanta Hawks, Orlando Magic, territory. Knicks are on to face Boston. Good luck. That'll do it, too. That'll do it for New York. If you enjoy the Knicks and their postseason run, it ends probably 4-1 to the Celtics. You can't mess around like the Knicks did against the Pistons and not get walloped by Boston.
For real. I get slapped in the back of the head.
I really, and I'm not saying this to be antagonistic toward Dan. This isn't a good look. This isn't a good matchup. This is Celtics quick and easy, isn't it?
Easy money.
Yeah, it feels that way. Now, Knicks got to go steal one of the first 2, so we shall see. And the Clippers stave off elimination last night late. They win at home over Denver, so it'll be a Game 7 in Denver coming up this weekend. Meanwhile, Game 6, Houston, Golden State. That's all that's left, right, E?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. The East is set. Indiana, Boston, Cleveland, New York, all through. The West, we wait on the Denver Clippers winner, and we wait on the Golden State Houston winner. Golden State's up 3-2. They can put that away tonight, and that's probably about enough NBA talk to get us going here off the bat this morning. We'll talk to Captain Kev today. Do we have the whisper today, E? Have we confirmed or denied that?
It's not denied.
Yeah,
so.
okay. Well, it's not denied. We'll all make fun. We'll all have fun with that double negative and take it as a positive. And if we have the whisper, I mean, I'm not going to delve too much into inside trade secrets. I got video on social media of DJ Lagway throwing to him. Seems like a fair question.
Valid.
Right? Seems like a fair question. So we shall see. Well, did you see who said, hey, don't forget about me on the PGA Tour yesterday?
No.
Yeah. Scotty Scheffler said, hey, man, don't forget about me. I know I haven't won yet. I know I've kind of stumbled and fumbled around on some final majors. And sure, I'll be at the Rory parade with the rest of you. But, yeah, don't forget about me. A 10-under par 61 in the first round of the Byron Nelson yesterday. I got to be honest. I got Scheffler in brunch with the tour. It's not an elevated event, so... the shenanigans of that team event, him getting $2.7 million for that combo win, it's just not sitting well with me, ET. No, but nonetheless, this is only like $1.5 million payday. And so Scheffler winning would certainly behoove me in brunch with the tour. But guess who's in second place, E?
Ooh.
We got a dude in second place who, if you are a regular listener of the drill, it's a new fandom, but it should grow and grow, especially if he can fire up on some leaderboards. It's our guy, Rico Hoey, E.T., who we visited.
Rico.
Yeah, Rico Hoey. We visited without it, the players this year.
Yeah, he linked up with, and he's been playing well since.
He has. We've given him some good drill karma, and Rico Hoey is 8 under par and tied for second. But the story is Scheffler, especially when you consider this. These are the nearest names to Scotty, who was 10 under yesterday in his first round. Rico Hoey and Johnny Vegas are both 8 under. Odds, Hoey or Vegas beats Scheffler, this weekend.
Neither.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. Steven Yeager, Cameron Champ, Michael Thorbjornsen, Eric Cole, Andrew Putnam, Patton Kazire, and Will Gordon are all 7 under par. You see any of that group chasing down Scotty Scheffler?
Yeah, no.
All right, at 6 under, we got Rafael Campos, also Brinken, Mackenzie Hughes, Carl Phillips, not Phillips, Phillips, that's right, you've never heard of him, Trey Mullinax, that sounds like some sort of detergent, Rasmus Højgaard, we don't know which twin it is, but it's one of them, Chandler Phillips, didn't he play for the Gators? Sam Stevens, I'm not going to lie, sounds like a porn star, Ricky Castillo, those are the guys 6 under par. They going to chase down Scotty E?
How about no?
I mean, are we as close as you could be to declaring a winner on PGA Tour after 18 holes?
Definitely.
I feel like we are. It'd be good news, welcome news for Scotty Scheffler. This was a weird tournament in that I saw a bunch of guys withdrew late. I don't have the but Keith Mitchell, Will Zalatoris among them. And so it's left you with what I will call Scotty Scheffler and the Korn Ferry leaderboard.
Bless you, friend.
Yeah, something to sneeze at, apparently. Something to sneeze at. Let's come back, talk to Captain Kev. Got a lot more on our plate this morning. We got baseball news. And if it involves Mike Trout, guess what the story is? Back with more next. It's GFL Friday. Up and rolling. We'll talk fishing. Hang up that gone fishing sign when we return.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The place for Jaguar news.
I just came from the Jaguars locker room, and I tell you what, it was interesting. This is what I...
Home of the Jaguars. 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here. So much of what makes us a family takes place in our homes. That's where Zero Res comes in. I love Zero Res, and this month get Zero Res applied from Jacksonville's #1 carpet and air duct cleaner with May Mayhem. A 3-room special starting at $149, plus the 4th room is free. You owe it to yourself and your family to breathe healthy, happy, and clean. Call Zero Res 28757 or go online at ZeroResJacksonville.com and say you want the Hicken special. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, monster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Need the right tools for the job without the full-time price tag? Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach is what you need when you need it. From heavy machinery for commercial projects to weekend projects at the house, we've got you covered. We've been serving Jacks for 50 years. Visit Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach, just behind Aqua East Surf Shop, or call today. We also have event rentals too. Tucker Equipment Rentals. Tools you need without the price tag of purchasing.
You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010xl.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Join us at Miller Electric May 29th from 4 to 7 p.m. We're on the lookout for talented people, from entry level to experienced electricians and foremen, security system installation and service technicians, fire alarm system service technicians, and both senior and junior VDV technicians. This is your chance to get hired on the spot. Meet the managers, indulge in delicious food, and snag some awesome giveaways. Don't miss out on this electrifying chance to power up your career. Miller Electric, May 29th, 4 to 7 p.m., 6805 South Point Parkway.
What a Guggen this will be. If you and a friend would like to play in this year's Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament May 19th at Hidden Hills Golf Club, text Guggen to the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010 for your chance to win.
He just got a hole-in-one.
Score a hole-in-one and win an Atlantic Infinity SUV. ET makes a putt, you win lunch at Twin Peaks, a Chick-fil-A breakfast, and a Dandy Foods lunch. Thanks to our sponsors, Injury Care Centers, Kingfish Pest Control, and Valor Roofing.
Looking for a fun-filled evening that the whole family can enjoy? Discover the thrill of indoor football, a fast-paced, action-filled sport where excitement meets family fun. Check out your hometown Sharks on Saturday, May 3rd at 7 p.m. Ask about our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Owl's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. Go Sharks!
Prosser here. The Sharks look to get back in winning form this Saturday while you enjoy a fun-filled evening. Ask about our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Owl's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. Discover the thrill of indoor football, fast-paced, action-filled, family fun, and check out our hometown Sharks. Saturday, May 3rd, kickoff 7 o'clock at the ViStar Memorial Arena. For tickets and the family 4-pack information, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 621-0700.
Go Sharks! 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
All right, it's a beautiful time of year to enjoy the outdoors. If you're into fishing, you're in the right spot. It's, E.T., give me the hotline.
Checkmate Coatings, baby.
Checkmate Coatings hotline right now for Captain Kevin. Gotta make sure, dude. Gotta throw it out there correctly, right? You can't go
correctly.
You know, you gotta have the right bait.
Yeah, you gotta have the right bait. You got to start your day with the right bait.
Hold on. Right bait. You can't have the same bait just on any type of fishing?
Well, you're going to have better luck with certain baits than others. I mean,
what?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You can just throw like a shrimp on in anything and just throw it out there.
Well, that's probably one of your best generic bets, but no.
Vodka doesn't work on everybody, okay?
Pouring a little of that vodka on the shrimp. Little drunk shrimp out there, yeah. A variety of different ways you can go. Yeah, we'll get you out in that surf here one day, and you'll figure it out. I have to think now. This is just me flying blind here a little bit. I know the wind's kicked up a little bit, so I don't know how that affects stuff offshore. But I mean, I'm just comboing the air temp, what I assume the water temp is, and I would think that fishing would be good.
Yeah, it is good. Yesterday was really slow. And I fished on the beach, and I fished, 6 or 7 miles offshore. I literally had one bite,
Yeah, that's no fun.
And now the bite was a sailfish, so that was cool.
All right.
He
did not catch that sailfish on a shrimp, my friend.
Oh.
No, that was on a pogie. Yeah.
Okay. That's a different bait fish. Pogie, bait fish. Yeah, it's a little bait fish about the size of your hand.
Heads to Google.
Menhaden. Yeah. But it's just so damn rough. I mean, it's And here's the other thing. So, and obviously, Jeff, you and I and E, we talk every Thursday, right? Every Friday. And the wind has been blowing in the same direction for a month. And what happens is you have an upwelling. When a wind blows in the same direction and an upwelling, you get colder water. And that's what's happening right now. As a matter of fact, it was interesting. I was looking at the Weather Channel yesterday, and how much colder the water is this year than it was last year. Because if you have the same wind direction, and if you look at even the news and everything, Portuguese man o' wars, you got a bunch of seaweed that's showing up. All of that is due to the same direction of the wind. And it has shut down the fishing.
Has it been what, southwest? Which way has it been blowing?
No. Southeast. Every day.
Okay.
And that makes the ocean rough. I tried it yesterday, and I'm telling you, it was 2 to 3 feet right on top of one another and blowing. And you take that with a bunch of seaweed and trying to, slow troll live baits and stuff. It's a pain in the rear.
And kind of, Kevin, I'm assuming too, kind of where we sit kind of in the curve, it makes that wind a little bit more direct. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, where we sit kind of on the little bend of Florida there. Yeah.
Yep. So it's been a great year, as in April, as in the fishing but the weather has just handcuffed us big time. We're all, waiting on this weather to get better, but there's a lot of days we're canceling.
It's a good example, Kevin, that if you talk about weather with most people, no matter what it is they're thinking about doing, they think about, rain, precipitation, storms, and the weather that has been plaguing you for the month now has been the wind. It's the wind is the part of the weather that's...
Exactly. And by the way, we all need some rain, too.
That's for sure.
So, yeah. But with that being said, the fishing's still good. It could be like really, really good. I even talked to, all of my inshore guides on the forecast show last night, and they have seen the fishing back off a little bit, and I find that very strange. Even inshore. The water temperature is still 75 degrees, Jeff, on the beach. We're into May, and the reason that is because of that upwelling, what you and I would call a thermocline. Where the water gets cold.
Yeah.
But and it's looking at the forecast. I see all the way out. I see 10, 15 more days of this not, just continuing to blow like that. So anyway, with that being said, you have to pick your days.
Take a look at the wind forecast, not just what the temperature
Because even yesterday, I told my guys, I said I'm going to have both sets of rods on the boat, and we were able to go off the beach and find pogies and and go fishing. But I don't see that happening today. I think that it's going to be blowing too hard, and it's going to be too rough, and we're going to have to fish inshore.
Right.
So that's what we're going to be dealing with.
Okay.
All the way through the weekend and everything else. There's going to be days when you could go, and I know, I know the guys that this is the time of year. You know this when they catch the dolphin offshore, and you just.
It's wiping out the whole season, Kev. It's wiping out the whole mahi season.
It wiped out the cobia season.
Yeah.
We had no cobia season.
Yeah, couldn't do any sight fishing with all the winds and the waves.
No, with all the wind going on and everything.
Wow.
Very, very, very few cobia caught in Northeast Florida for April, which
it's bad for our collective taste buds, by the way.
Exactly. Yeah, I've got. I got plenty of my Georgia boys who are like, hey, whenever you catch that 50-pound cobia, make sure you cut us off a little piece, because I've done that for them for years. But hell, I caught one 33-inch cobia all April.
Dire. All right, I have a question for you. I saw something in the news this week coming out of the Florida politics, and that's they're opening even wider the red snapper season on the Gulf. Now, the Gulf has always had a lot more opportunity than the East Coast. As best as you can, like snapper laws for dummies. Why all along has the Gulf been allowed to harvest, the snapper so much more than we have here on the East Coast? What is the reason behind not allowing people to fish for what has become now the most choked up fishery out there, to be honest with you?
It's different management. So you have the Gulf of Mexico.
A Gulf of America, friend.
Thank you. Gulf of America. Thank you. Gulf of America. They have a different regulations, different laws, as in different people run it. NOAA is in charge of the Atlantic side. So what DeSantis is dealing with is NOAA and then the Gulf of America. Two totally different regulations.
Is there any thought then that because it's being loosened there, that at least are we still down to like 4 days all year that you can fish for snapper?
We have no idea.
So they don't even know, because in the past it's been like maybe 2 weekends a year or 1 weekend a year, 3 days.
No. It's been 1 day.
1 day a year.
1 day.
Yeah, that's just weak sauce, man.
And it's not only that. It's so stupid because it's like they sit back with a big cigar and go, let's let these dummies have 1 day and go out there and see how many of them fish. It is spooky dangerous.
For sure.
Dangerous.
And by the way, it's not worth it to go catch one snapper, gang. Just go to the fish market.
It's one fish.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not like you can take home 10. That'd be different.
Right. Yeah. No, it would be different.
Why the protection of the species, Kevin? What is the argument, at least?
They don't want us fishing.
That's what I mean. That's not a cynical thing. That's just why they just want to at some point keep people from fishing.
I talk to people until blue in the face about this, and it has nothing to do with the numbers of snapper. Nothing. I mean, they're talking about shutting down December, January, and February, starting the offshore starting this year
for any and everything.
Can you imagine the billions of
any
dollars?
Fish
offshore.
I mean, at some point, people got to. That's just you. Yeah. I mean, man, what?
Yeah, shutting the bottom fishing down.
Yeah, you should be allowed to fish in this. Yeah, you should never not be allowed to fish. It's ridiculous here. I mean, there's certain things that just go back to base nature. Stop it.
Like I said, it has nothing to do. Even E. Look, he's heard me talk about this enough. There's thousands and thousands of snapper. I mean, it's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. So it has nothing to do with the numbers of snapper. It's just simply a way for them to shut down a fishery.
Well, I was about to say what fish would be next, and now you're telling me they're going to shut down for an entire 3 months. I can't imagine that holds up legally. That's ridiculous.
Jeff, you're talking about all bottom fishing.
That's just that's beyond.
Yes.
That's reprehensible.
It's like I said, and I can't imagine.
Wow.
That our governor would let that happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because he's very proactive into all of this, and that's almost shutting down an economy. When you talk about that. So we'll see what happens. And by the way, like I said, we still don't know if we have any fishery on our coast at all. We haven't. We have no idea. I mean, DeSantis comes out and does this big spiel about the Gulf.
And they get 100 days a year or something.
157 days, something like that. It's crazy.
That's just, well, then DeSantis is pressure being put on DeSantis from this coast?
Oh, absolutely.
He's got to answer it at some point. The right guy's not leaning yet. Y'all got to find the right guy to lean.
Right. He Rutherford has the Red Snapper Act in Congress right now. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, good luck. I've never had a red snapper. I've never eaten it.
It's okay.
Never.
It's okay. Seriously, Jeff, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, I've caught a ton. I just couldn't keep any of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we've caught 100, me and you together, probably. You couldn't catch anything else.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. I can't even catch flounder offshore anymore.
We caught some big ones, too, that one day out there. We were fishing for cobia, and we caught a big old snapper back in the summer, one summer. Woof. All right. Well, have an outdoor show tomorrow?
Yes. Well, by the way, we're at Consignment Boat Sales, which is at Bayport tomorrow, one of our sponsors. And come by and see us and have some breakfast. It's going to be it's going to be a great day. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. The wind's going to be blowing again, but going to be a good day. But it's going to be a good weekend.
All right, sounds good, my friend.
I got a question about this pogey fish though, real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeff, you said it's about the size of your hand.
Yeah, about the size of your hand.
Correct. It looked like about the size of your hand. You don't use a piece of it. You use the whole fish.
Oh yeah, use the whole fish, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Big bait, big fish. You never heard of that?
Right. Yeah. I never heard that, but it makes sense.
Yeah, big bait, big fish.
live bait. You got to have live.
You would be ET. You would be shocked how big a fish as bait a predator fish will eat. Sometimes they'll try and eat something as big as they are.
Yeah.
Right, Kev?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you'd be shocked. You can sometimes find a fish who's choking because he's got half a fish down his throat and can't get the rest of it in. The fins have got him coming on the backside. Anyway.
You're not on the food chain.
Yeah.
Or you are on the food chain when you're out there, bro.
There you go. Keep those toes out of the water, E. All right, Kev. Appreciate you, my man.
See you. Have a good
See ya.
weekend.
There he goes. That's Captain Kev on the hotline telling us that fishing ain't so great right now with all that weather. Well, fish out of water. What do you know? I know. Are you shocked? Mike Trout headed to the injured list. This time it's a bone bruise in his knee. We talked about Trout earlier this week. The fact that the power numbers were off to a pretty good start. He's got 8-9 home runs, but he's hitting less than 200. And after appearing in just 29 games last year before he tore his meniscus in an already surgically repaired knee, and he sat out the rest of the season. Exited the Angels game Wednesday night against the Mariners because of the bone bruise. During an at-bat in the third inning, tried to ground out a ball to second, sprinted down the line, lunged towards first, barely out. Apparently, that's when he did it. Man, when you're getting hurt just running balls out and you're not pulling muscles, you're getting bone bruises just from, it's over.
Pretty much.
Several tests after the game said it was hopeful it was just scar tissue breaking up. Planned to play Thursday, but then was out of the lineup yesterday, and now it's off to the IL. By the way, he will tote a batting average of 173 with him to that injured list. He does have 9 home runs, 18 RBIs, but hitting just 173. That fan who fell at Pittsburgh's ballpark, still in critical condition, man. We talked about this with Doc Murphy yesterday. If you missed it, a fan, too many beers in him, jumping up and down, celebrating, fell over the mezzanine out there about 20 feet, fell right on his head. Doesn't look good.
Yeah.
The Pirates, and meanwhile, Paul Skeens went to the mound yesterday, and a dude who never gets hit, I think gave up 3 home runs. He got banged around a little bit yesterday in a Pirates loss. And if you've not really checked in on the Braves since that disastrous 0-7 start that included being swept at Los Angeles, and you've gauged where the Braves are based entirely on my lack of talking about them, then I will just give you a heads up. It's maybe safe to give a little peek-see this weekend. Dodgers are coming to town. Braves have gotten it back to 2 games under 500. They're 13-15. Or are they 14-16? One of the two. Got it within a couple games of 500. They got a 7-game homestand coming up, 3 against the Dodgers, and then 4 against the Reds. Man, you had a whole day to think about it, to give a summation on what went wrong with your season, and this is what J.J. Redick comes up with. That and a football fix when we return. You're listening to The Drill on a GFL Friday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, Jacksonville's home for Florida Gators baseball.
The Gators scuffle with the Gamecocks in Columbia, Florida, South Carolina. Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday afternoon on 1010 a.m. Plumbing problems? AC not blowing? Septic tank doing whatever septic tanks do? Don't call 3 different companies and play contractor roulette. Just call Duck Rooter. We handle plumbing, septic, and air conditioning all under one roof. That's one call, one company, and one bill that won't give you a heart attack. For fast, reliable, and slightly ducky service, call 904-862-6769 or waddle over to duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
It's your main man E.T. and Monday is Cinco de Mayo at Twin Peaks with a costume party on May 5th, specials on tequilas, cervezas, and even wine. And I'm here in the service. I'm going to bring the spicy costumes too. Twin Peaks for Cinco de Mayo, where the party gets spicy.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, Hicken here, and every Friday I'll help you put together your sports weekend so you know where you want to go and what you want to do. Watch for Musings with the Media Mogul on YouTube and Facebook, locked down by Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach.
Summer in Jacksonville. Sun's out, flip-flops on, and whoa! Well, there goes Uncle Bob into the pool again. Protect your pool deck with Don't Slip Deck Coatings of Jacksonville. Their multi-layered slip-resistant coatings keep you on your feet, not on your backside. Durable, stylish, and way cheaper than an ER visit. Don't Slip Deck Coatings even has indoor options so your kitchen floor isn't a skating rink. Call 904-466-1839 for a free quote and follow Don't Slip Jacks on Facebook and Instagram.
Are you ready to reclaim your backyard? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, Surfside Pools is the trusted name for expert pool design. Family owned and operated, they offer pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools transform your backyard into the oasis that you crave. Are you ready to float happy? Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, where luxury meets leisure.
License number CPC 044080. St. Johns County parents, does your kid have energy to burn? Want them to play a sport for their middle school? Sign up today for the St. John's Middle School Athletic Association. Tackle football, dance, and cheerleading. Who doesn't want their kid to be the next NFL quarterback or dance floor diva? You know how fast your kid can go from playing Xbox to practicing their touchdown dance or sideline cheer? Visit sjmsaa.org. sjmsaa.org.
Leon Cersei here. Let's be real. I used to eat like a lineman because I was one. And man, those habits are hard to break. I needed help to stop with the munchies and lose weight. But now, I'm bringing sexy back. I call Physician Guided Weight Loss. Their medical team is helping me shed pounds safely with a custom plan to help me slim down. And their firm pricing means same price every month. Hey, you want to bring sexy back? Visit Physician Guided Weight Loss at pgweightloss.com.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwoods the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Coin, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwoods. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwoods. San Marco, Avondale, or the shops upon Avedra.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here, and I know that getting into an accident is stressful, but getting the proper care doesn't have to be. That's why I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. Even if you're at fault, your insurance covers you. And remember, you have the right to choose your own doctor. Even a minor accident can cause whiplash for years if it goes untreated. So don't wait. Call the auto accident experts at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Your recovery starts today.
Free Comic Book Day. Hey, I'm Ben Kay, owner of Gotham City Limit, your local comic shop, inviting you to the Community Party of the Year, Saturday, May 3rd. Free comics, free food, huge discounts, and more. Let's take Free Comic Book Day to the limit, Gotham City Limit.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Jags have a minicamp coming up in about a week. We'll get our first look at Travis Hunter on the field, May 9th to the 11th. Rookie minicamp. What is today, ET? The 2nd, so that'll be next weekend.
Yes, sir.
Mother's Day weekend. Looking at the depth chart, and again, the flexibility that's now there, especially in the secondary. Listen, ET, let me give you the names, okay? At most, you have 5 DBs, would you say? To sometimes have 6? Probably not, right? Probably the most you're going to have is 5 DBs on the field at once. Most of the time, you know, your standard 2 safety, 2 corner. Now everyone plays a nickel, but maybe you got a guy versatile enough to play an outside linebacker type position with a DB's body, maybe. But do you think there's really more than 5 for the most part?
Yeah, I'd say 5.
Right, okay. So corners now, right? You got Tyson Campbell. You signed Jordan Lewis. You have Jarian Jones, right? Now you've added Travis Hunter. You also added the Ranshaw kid, who maybe that's safety. I don't know. Added Tulane, right? And then you have a couple of young guys, Buster Brown and Prince, who we're not saying they're not included maybe. So let's just leave them out for now. Let's just go with those 4, right? And now on the safety side, you sign Murray. You already have Savage, right? Ranshaw can kind of go into that group. And so who are the 5, E? And I haven't mentioned Travis Hunter yet, by the way.
Right.
Like, who are the 5? Like, who, when the season starts, who do you think the 5 are?
Is it going to be Jarian?
Jarian on the outside?
Tyson?
On the other side?
Buster,
huh? No, Jordan Lewis?
Oh, yeah, definitely Lewis. Big, yeah. You got
that's
bread.
a big signing. We paid him the most slot corner money. It's since been eclipsed, by the way.
And then
Savage has got one of those safety spots, right? If you keep him, and doesn't the other have to go to Murray?
Murray, yeah. Who are the guys?
Right. I guess that's who it is. But you still have other bodies there, by the way, that have played football. And you mentioned Buster Brown and Antonio Johnson. I was about to say. Antonio Johnson is among that group. Again, he's still young enough to hope that there's an arrow pointing up still involved there. So, minicamp, by the way, I don't mean to get too distracted. I did see they were listing each team's best value pick. For the Jags, it keeps landing on Milam, man. They love Milam. Everywhere I've seen had him rated a lot higher, maybe even in some cases a top 50 player.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's loving where they got Milam, the lineman, the Big 12 offensive lineman of the year. Very versatile. Apparently got a mean streak in him. I wouldn't be shocked at all if he were a starter. And so you always go looking for value. But again, not going to learn much about the trenches, are you, in the mini camp? Really, we're to the stage now. You can't learn a ton in training camp. We'll figure all that out later. And by the way, that's where we have some of our biggest questions after both the offensive and defensive lines were pushed around last year. In a push-around sport, we were about the push-aroundingest you could be. Right? And those are based on those analytic pressure rate, stuff rate, all those things. We were terrible at it all. Couldn't run the ball. We couldn't stop the run. Just big boy, man to man. Who's the bigger man football? We were the littler man week after week after week. So that part is going to be a wait and see until much deeper into the summer and in fact, most likely into the fall. Listen, on the one hand, I get it. What's J.J. Redick supposed to say? Because the truth will leave too many stars and dollars butthurt. But if you want to know the answer to why the Lakers lost this series against the T-Wolves, or let's just narrow it down to why they lost to the T-Wolves in Game 5 to drop the series 4-1. Sure, overall, the narrative of Redick looking like he was in over his head, not making the adjustments he should make, not, played only 5 guys the entire second half like they're Hickory High School, right? So there are certainly valid criticisms there, but make no mistake, he can't say in yesterday's post-mortem press conference why they really lost. Why'd we lose? What really happened? I'll tell you what happened. My Stars went 3 for 10 in the fourth quarter. That's what happened. We had a 1-point lead with 3.5 minutes to go, and Messrs. LeBron and Luka scored 3 total the rest of the way. We lost because my go-to guys went away. We lost because our guys couldn't take over the game, and their guys could. Can't say all that, so instead they fell back on a different one, and this one's dumb. And JJ will take the hit here. And by the way, you can't throw Luka and LeBron under the bus, but the bottom line, the Lakers lost the series because their superstars didn't play like it. Because guys who were supposed to be 2 of the best 5 players in the world couldn't win a 7-game series. Because our guys in crunch time got crunched. Because with game on the line, Luka and LeBron couldn't come through for us. That's why we lost. Not opening the presser with, I'll start with the offseason and the work that's required in an offseason to be in championship shape. Talking about, checks watch, in late April, physical conditioning. We have a ways to go as a roster. Certainly, there are individuals that are in phenomenal shape. There's certainly other ones that could have been in better shape. That's where my mind goes immediately, is we have to get in championship shape. Hey, brother, if you come out winded and tired and slow and losing in the first month of the season, you have a team not dedicated to conditioning. It's April. They've been playing basketball 2 or 3 times a week, practicing and working out for 7 months straight. I don't think it was conditioning. Do you mean the conditioning of running 40-year-old legs 24 nonstop minutes in the second half of a Game 4 of a first-round series? You mean that conditioning? Yeah, I'm not sure a 25-year-old fit as a fiddle withstands your barrage of, at times, nonsensical player rotations. You got to give me something. You can't give me the real reason. Our stars let us down. Luka and LeBron couldn't carry us to victory. That's the real reason. They're paid to, they're treated like, yet with 2 of them, couldn't win a first-round series. There's your answer. Doesn't matter who. Me, Hick, and E should be able to play with Luka and LeBron and win series. So that's the answer. You can't say that, but yeah, I wouldn't have gone with we weren't in good physical shape. That's not how you win the room back. And again, understanding you can't say the real reason. Our stars choked. Our best players in the world can't win a first-round series. It's the fourth quarter, and they shot 30%. He can't say all the real reasons. LeBron and Luka let us down. They let down Laker Nation. They didn't play like superstars or heroes. No, it's conditioning, according to J.J. Redick. Yeah, not so much. NBA does the right thing, by the way, with Ty Halliburton's dad. Yeah, Pops, you're going to have to stay away, man. No more playoff basketball for you.
He can't even sit up in the suite.
No, you can't go anywhere. Stay out of here. Stay out of the arena. You're not allowed. You're a jackass, Dad. I love you, but my God, did you embarrass me. What kind of drugs were you on? If you missed it, Halliburton's dad went out on the floor and taunted Giannis Antetokounmpo after the Pacers beat him. Yeah, that's right. Ty Halliburton's dad had a bunch to do with that Pacers win, and not just taunted him, but cursed him. There still are people in this world, as uncivilized as we are, that take a special offense if you're cursing at them. There still are a lot, if not most people, that add to their level of offense and difficulty of forgiveness when you're just outright cursing them. And I don't even know you, by the way, old man.
Right.
I don't even know you. This is The Drill. It's a GFL Friday on 1010XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I'm Martin Truex Jr.
Martin Truex wins the Coca-Cola 600.
And you're listening to 1010XL, Jack Sports Radio.
Frank Frangie here. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to, treating you right, giving the most back to our community, more choices and better prices for you. So who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Well, the answer is simple. Nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik is there for you even on Sundays. Nimnik Buick GMC understands that weekends might be the only time you have available, and that's why they're open on Saturdays from 9 to 7 and Sundays from 11 to 5. Visit their showroom off Phillips Highway or shop online 24/7 at nimnikbuickgmc.com. That's nimnikbuickgmc.com. Head to Nimnik today. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, I've got that craving again. How about some Mr. Chubby's wings?
Have you had the Chubby style wings? Grilled to perfection with Chubby's secret seasoning.
You know I have. They are so delicious. I swear you can't find anywhere in town with better wings and better prices on drinks.
So many different specials each night, too. Well, I'm ready to chub it up again.
Me too.
See all their specials at MrChubby'sWings.com. Locations on Fleming Island, the West Side, and now Ponte Vedra Beach. Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game.
When it comes to your utility bill, JEA wants to help you use less so you can save more. We offer a variety of free programs, like efficiency and irrigation assessments that'll teach you ways to conserve energy and water around your home. Our alerts will let you know when your utility usage has reached a set amount, and our rebates can help you save when upgrading to more efficient appliances and equipment. Find even more ways to save at JEA.com.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. The coolest cats in town. Setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and about your air. Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. The coolest cats in town.
Get to know the newest members of your home team with Draft Profiles.
Who is that guy?
Covered by River City Screens and Wicca Candle Bar.
He's our #1 draft pick.
The off-season rolls on with AA Automotive and 1010XL.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Baloo here for Spunez Vision. Why Spunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Spunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Spunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Spunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SpunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Big Chief Tire offers affordable quality tires for every type of vehicle. Frank Frangie here. Whether you're looking for all-season tires, high-performance options, or something more budget-friendly, Big Chief has the perfect set to keep you rolling. Their expert technicians ensure your tires are installed quickly and safely so you can drive with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and check out their unbeatable tire deals today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by Lone Pronto. More roster moves for the North Florida basketball team. Devin Hines, a 6'4" graduate guard from Boca Raton, Florida, has committed to the Ospreys basketball program. After 4 years at Lafayette College, where he averaged 9.9 points, 4.3 rebounds per game during his senior season, Hines returns to his home state to join the Ospreys. The Florida Gators baseball team is set for a pivotal SEC Road Series this weekend against the South Carolina Gamecocks up in South Carolina. This series marks a crucial stretch for the Gators as they aim to strengthen their position in SEC standings and build momentum heading into the postseason. Florida's right-handed pitcher Liam Peterson will be starting on the mound for the Gators tonight. First pitch is at 7. You can catch play-by-play live on 10:10 a.m. It's 67 degrees at 6:59. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
You know it! Sweet Friday! I need a little emotion, please. Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho!
Hey, hey, hey. Oh.
Hey, Friday!
Heavy H.
This is the part where Friday twerks.
Go
Friday. No vaping Friday. Put it down. Golly, what's that smell, bro? Kicking in the back seat. You know what I like to say here?
Back seat against
You know what I like to say?
What do you say?
One more time!
There he goes. WMD going on here.
Go, Dano, go, Dano, go. Go, Dano, go, Dano, go.
Yeah! Good to be here. Feeling good. Feeling real good.
Seems like it.
Feeling real good.
Gotta be careful. Your Knicks won.
Is this a double banger?
Probably. It might be a triple banger.
Down to 12 seconds.
Right? Then he bangs his butt cheeks has hit the floor.
Trying to wait till the end. Brunson puts up a three. Bang! Bang!
Double banger!
Yeah.
Double banger!
That was one for each butt cheek that Thompson ended up on after he crossed him up. It was a bang for each butt cheek. Man, there has never been in NBA history a more a star who doesn't look like he would be a star than Brunson. There's not a more misfit athlete, maybe in sports.
I love him.
I mean, he looks like a 40-year-old playing over at Drew Park.
I love him.
And he's a superstar.
Yes.
He's yes, this is not, it's amazing. It just doesn't compute.
And he's the only one. I mean, hard pressed to find a guy who took less money, but he did.
Yep. And he's clutch too.
He could have demanded. He didn't take max.
Yep.
He knowingly took less money and got criticized for it, and he doesn't care. He's perfectly happy with his whatever he makes versus what he could have made. He left tens of millions of dollars on the table, tens of millions of dollars that he could have simply said, "No, I got to have this," and he did him a solid.
He'll get it back.
Oh,
he'll make plenty.
he's fine. I mean, man, he had to work too, boy. He had to work and he's got a bad ankle and that play right there. We're watching the highlights he's just annoying. We went on a nice run to close that thing out.
Yeah. After giving up, they had the game in hand.
We had blown it again.
10 or 11 points when I turned it on.
Mikal Bridges had a big offensive rebound. We got, You go
was
through
turning the ball over. It was crazy.
You were texting me, getting ready to put the hammer on me.
Here it is, though. I love it when a guy gets put on his fanny. Watch this one.
That was great.
That crossover was crazy.
I guess he didn't quite hit the floor.
No, but he
almost.
Oh, he didn't touch
He
Earth?
didn't quite touch her.
That was Jordan versus the Utah guy, Russell.
Byron Russell.
Yeah. He just went flying.
Yeah, he just slid. He put him on skates.
Yeah,
Right,
that was
put him on skates.
Kimber Walker at UNC.
Yeah. That was
but
then, of course, my
Or
Knicks
UConn.
with 4 seconds left decided, hey, let's let their best 3-point shooter get a wide open look.
Well,
Thank God he dropped it.
Not just their best 3-point shooter. I heard Beasley say after the game. Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, I heard
He's
it
the best
too.
shooter in the world.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Right. Simmer down,
by the way,
buddy.
what about the fumbleitis to end these last two East series where guys just fumbled it out of bounds? Right? Same thing happened in the Milwaukee. Gary Trent Jr. in the Milwaukee series just fumbled it right
You
out
watch
of
a
bounds.
series, man, you can really start to not like the other team if you're rooting for one team.
100%.
And I got so sick of JB Bickerstaff and the crying that guy did every single play. He's complaining.
That's the
Mike
league.
Breen said.
That's a hard one.
Mike
because
Breen.
Every team has those guys.
Mike
coaches.
Breen, who's the Knicks play-by-play guy and also a national guy, but in fairness, is the Knicks guy, so I'm sure he's biased. But he said, man, I've been around this game for 30 years. I've never seen anybody complain as much as this coach.
That's saying a lot in that
I
league.
know.
Because this is what I'm tired
I'm telling you, Pross, it didn't stop.
It's funny. You hit on one. Yours is personal because it's the coach of the team you just beat. I get it. I'll allow you that.
For sure.
Mine, it's that same topic over the entire NBA, every one of them. I'm so sick of every player on every drive turning around to the official with his palms up.
Yes.
It's every play.
Everyone.
I would be okay if we just put a hard stop on it. And you know what? If you say a word to the official, it's a technical.
Yeah.
Let's just go cold turkey for like a month. And you guys play.
Yeah.
They'll slapping their arms. And golly, just call your own fouls in and we won't watch.
Yeah, 100%.
Come on, man.
100%. It's just constant. And
Constant. Every play, every player. This is my guys, your guys, all of them.
And the king is one of the kings of it.
Yeah, him too. But they're all bad. I can't say anybody's worse than the other anymore.
No.
Used to be there was a handful of guys that acted that way. Now it's every one of them.
So we get the Celtics next.
Yeah,
which
it's going to be a
haven't
short
beaten them all.
postseason.
Well.
I would think so. But they got to punch a shot. Boston's really good. I sure like the matchup.
We haven't been able to handle them at all this year. Last year we played with them, but this year we don't seem to.
They're like Detroit, but really good.
Well,
I'm just a little concerned that Detroit never got it knocked out by
What makes them so good? Person for person, are they better than the Knicks?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah. Tatum and Brown
Is Brown better than Jalen Brunson?
I would rather have Brown.
You would?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
You'd rather have Jalen Brown than...
Yeah, he's 6'6", bro. He's 6'6". And in fairness
most
to Jalen Brown...
most popular name in the NBA. Jalen.
Yeah. And in fairness, that's not a stretch. Jalen Brown has been the better player. He might not be this morning.
Yeah.
But you would always take the 6'6" over the 6'1", no?
Well...
Jalen Brown's been a first-team All-NBA player, but Jalen Brunson's very good. 2 Jalen's, in fact.
That's
a
what I
popular
said.
name. Yeah. But no, and by the way, they go much deeper than that. They got dudes on their bench that'll go for 40.
I mean, isn't Cat's better than Kristaps?
Yeah. Brown and Tatum are just so much better than any duo you're going to throw at me.
Well, that's fair.
And they hit threes like nobody in the league.
That's their formula.
Yeah,
they
they
just
hit
shoot
threes.
and shoot and
But
shoot.
Derek White's
Yeah.
would be the third best player on your team. He might be the third best player on their team. That's not saying they've just got a bunch of guys, dude.
Yeah,
Bunch of guys.
I don't know, man.
They're deep, man. They got, like I said, that Pritchard cat, comes off the bench. He might play 12 minutes one day and have 43 the next.
Yeah, I know.
They're good.
I hate them.
Yeah, it's going to be. I really feel like Cavs Celtics are way ahead of Knicks Pacers, but we'll see. That's why they play.
Right.
I will find myself rooting for the underdog until the last second, and I can't because of you. But until then, I'll enjoy it.
It's hateful.
Well, no, it's true. That's your
hateful.
fault. Yeah.
Not my fault.
Yes, it is. That's
Why is it
you.
my fault?
Yeah, you have instilled
What have I
that.
done?
You put that into our
What
relationship.
did I do, E?
You put that in our sports fan
What did I
relationship. Yeah, that's 100%. You know it.
I thought you said last year the Knicks were a likable team.
Deflect. He's like Wonder Woman right now. Deflect.
I thought you said the Knicks were a likable
you
team.
started this. I'll leave it at that. We don't have to go any further.
I said the Knicks are a
You
likable
put
team.
this. You contaminated our sports fan relationship with this mentality years and years ago. It's long-standing, deep-rooted, and so to hell with the Knicks. I can't root for them to win it all. No way.
I'll buy you a shirt if they win.
Yeah, no, it's too late. Gators
World
have come and
champions.
gone and won, and yeah. Hawks is coming in with short shorts and getting them.
Yeah. Gator got one.
I need the Hawks to win the lottery again this year with a 1% chance. Could that happen?
Sure.
We'll pair Cooper Flagg with. Oh, no, this is what the Hawks would do. They would win the number 1 pick, and then they would tell you, we can't take Flagg. He plays the same position as Reese Shea.
Oh, my
And then
goodness.
we'd reach for, Ace Bailey or someone. That was what the Hawks would do.
I give you one of my Twitter pet peeves.
What do you got, man? I got a bunch of them, and I'm not even on Twitter, so.
Just a quick one.
Let me have it.
Just a little quick one. Twitter pet peeve. If you're, as a sports fan, if you're like hammering some guy, okay?
Yeah.
And then you say you want to, play another guy. Maybe get the spelling right.
Okay.
That's a Twitter pet peeve.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially
you look like such a loser when you're sitting there calling out somebody, and especially if you're calling out a star, and you're calling them out, and then you, but they should play Giannis, or so and so stinks, but they Giannis, and they spell Giannis like Y-A. I mean, just come on, man. Don't be ignorant.
Especially if the guy you're proposing is the replacement.
Yeah.
You definitely have to, out of disrespect for whoever it is you're hammering, if you don't spell his right, it's not as big a deal.
Still a deal, though.
Then it's still a deal.
Any type of misspelled word when you're going after somebody is my pet peeve.
Buddy, listen, man, you're not on, I'm on YouTube, and I'll get down these rabbit holes, and these aren't embellished, or that we're at a serious, intelligence crisis in this country.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there are kids that can't name a country in Europe, bro. From educated families. I'm not talking about going and finding some deafblind mute somewhere and asking him to point out where Russia is. People are dumb. They don't know how to add or subtract. They don't know how to read a clock.
You seen their handwriting? Oh, my goodness.
So I'm just saying, man, and we are headed for, they're so right, man. The day the terrorists win is the day they just make the country go dark off the grid with no technology. Oh, my God. It'll be just a chaos, pure chaos.
Yeah.
I got no screen. Where's my Twitter?
I saw Mike Trout's hurt again.
Yeah, I said that before. And by the way, you're done. When you get hurt grounding out balls, you put too much in your body. Something ain't working right.
Yeah. So I saw some stuff that was
Celtics 5 guys average. Just real quick, 5 guys average double figures, but Tatum's 31. Let me make sure this. No, let me actually.
Tatum's what?
Hold on. This is the postseason stats. I want the regular season stats. Let me hit that first. As I said, even 30, he averaged 31.
No one's done what Brunson's done in the postseason.
1, 2, 3, 4. They have 6 guys in double figures. Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Drew Holiday. Then you got Al Horford still doing it with 9 points, 6 rebounds a game rather. Sam Hauser gives you 8.5, but it's the threes, man. They just shoot the threes at an unbelievable clip.
They just keep shooting.
And they make 36, they make 37% of them, so why wouldn't you?
I saw this yesterday, and I'm not going to be a Danny Downer. I'm just going to let you guys decide, but amidst all the optimism about what we've done in the week, this is the reality. The reality is the power polls start coming out after the draft, and you know where we are?
Where are we?
Yeah, you know where
I saw one where we were way undervalued. I saw us at 30, was it? Is that the one you're referencing?
No, I saw one at 28, and we went up one spot.
Listen, that's
fine.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you that's where we will be by all the experts again. And a lot of times the experts are usually are correct.
In some areas, I don't know about.
Seem to be with the Jags. Every year we come out and say bang the over. Every year they come out and got us way low. And then the smoke clears and we're 4-13. I mean, that's just reality. E, am I wrong? I ain't lying, am I?
You're not lying.
All right. I would make a dime bet to any and everyone in the history of the earth.
Stop.
I will. That they won't, at the end of the year, be 27th in the power rankings. I will bet 5 dimes to 1. They're not going to be. They're not going to be 27.
I can. I'm not rooting against my guys.
And you can look at every power poll in the world except your own. You can't make up your own. By the end of the year, the Jaguars will be considered at very worst middle of the pack. They will not be 27. They won't be sitting in December 2-11. They will not.
You have no idea what kind of head coach Liam Cohen is.
They're not going to be 2-11 in December, and that's what the 27th in the power ranking is. 30th.
Nah, not 2-11, but 4-13.
It will be interesting to see the schedule from this standpoint. Just how the most important thing about the schedule to me is what are these first couple or 3 games? Give us a chance to get off to a start.
I know.
Can we open at home against the Jets?
Well, we had a chance last year to get off to a start.
Yeah, we went to the Dolphins. That's not the easiest start in the world.
It's not the hardest either.
It's pretty hard. You're going to a playoff team on the road, your first game. Give me a Jets at home. The difficulty scale there is...
Well, they gave us Cleveland at home the following week.
I know they did.
Where did they pick in the draft?
I get it. I'm not talking about last year. I'm talking about this fall. I want like the Jets out the gates.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Give me a home game.
Why don't we take the Colts out of the gates
That's
and get that
fine,
out
too.
of the way? Get
Either
that
way.
W at home.
Let's put those in our pocket. Let's play them last this year in case we need it. Jags over under 7.5. Is that right?
Yeah, that's probably about right.
Okay, that's not 27th.
No.
The point is, this is kind of just mean-spirited media polling. Is what that is.
We have no faith in that franchise.
Yeah, well, Vegas doesn't operate on faith. They operate on more objectivity, and they're saying 7.5. I'll go with that. That ain't 27th, 28th. I saw one there 30th. Oof. Behind the Giants and Browns. That was it.
Well, with that said, it's the subject of our Dreamfinders Homes poll question today. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, Gators, and the PGA Tour. Listen, right now, an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate, 15 different locations throughout Jacksonville.
15 of them things.
Yeah, 15 all over the place. Look, all you got to do, go to dreamfindershomes.com. They'll help you navigate that home purchase, especially first-time homeowners, man. They'll give you a chance. Just tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. You'll be glad you did. The Jags are very low in NFL power polls. That we know. What are your expectations for this football team in terms of wins? Expectations is the question. Expectation. What are your expectations for this football team in terms of wins? 2 to 5 wins, same old, same old. 6, 7, and 8, improvement. 9 and 8, winners again, or win the AFC South. What are your expectations for this football team in terms of wins? 2 and 5, same old, same old. 6, 7, 8, that's improvement. 9 and 8, you're on the winning side again, or win the AFC South, which you could do with 9 and 8, but you win the AFC South. So, what are your expectations for this football team?
There's difference between hopes and ceiling. What do you actually expect?
What do you expect?
I would just change. If I could change the 8 to 9, I would go with that one.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? 6, 7, 8, 9?
Yeah, if I could say, because so I'm left with. I think they're 8 to 10. That's what that's my my expectation is 8 to 10. So I guess I'll go 9 and 8. I don't. Okay. And to your point, I'm not sold on Houston, their improvement, or anything else about those jokers.
Right.
So the division is still very much for the taking. Probably the best division you could be in if you were trying to get good quick.
Mm-hmm. E, what about you?
I'm going 6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8.
Improvement. I expect them to improve. Anything more than that is cherry on top.
Okay, now can I get a media timeout?
Media timeout.
Yeah.
12 and 5 2 days ago?
That's 12 and 5 2 days ago. We lost 4 wins in 48 hours. You let him bully you, not out of a win, not out of a playoff. You let this man bully you out of 4 wins.
Bro, no.
You just said we went game by game, and you went 12. 2 days later, you're at 8.
We did, man.
Now I'm going to walk out of the studio.
Hey, man. It's crazy. It's all about y'all a bunch of salesmen, man. It's all about the wording, man.
Oh, my God.
When you worded it the other day.
That's so good.
12 and 5.
All right. We have over 300 votes. Right now, the leader in the clubhouse is 6, 7, 8 improvement. 9 and 8 winners again is 32.9. Win the AFC South at 22.3. Hey, at least we're not in the same old 6.1%. So the sweeping changes in the front office have led to hope again, which is a good thing for
he comes back like I somehow misled him. Chiefs at home. That's all I said.
Yeah, he did.
No leading questions.
And I said,
Rams at home. What did I do?
Yeah, you know what I said? What I didn't say?
God.
That's a dub.
Yeah, that's a dub.
I didn't say that when Chiefs at home.
He said it over and over. He said, that's a dub. That's a dub.
Let's come back with a 10-minute drill, shall we? GFL Friday. That's Green for Life.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
Well, if you're looking at Super Bowl odds, the Jags are 23rd in the NFL right now at plus 8,000. You want to go big, a little futures bet, plus 8,000. Your favorite, the Philadelphia Eagles. Right behind them, the Buffalo Bills, then the Ravens, then the Chiefs. Oh, the Chiefs will play the disrespect card. Oh, the Chiefs will play chip on the shoulder card. Then come the Lions. So those are your top 5. It's Eagles, Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, and Lions, your top 5. The worst, the one with the longest odds, there's 2 of them. The Cleveland Browns and the New Orleans Saints are the long shots to make it all the way to the Super Bowl this year. Jags plus 8,000, Browns plus 25,000. I guess it could be worse, Jag fan. It could be worse.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Every tackle, basket, and crack of the bat. Your radio home for play-by-play is 1010XL.
Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects? Or top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's is the name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. It's Zero Res Mayhem. That's right. I love Zero Res. I love the cleaning freaks, and I love having them come to my house. Why? Because nobody does it better than the cleaning freaks from Zero Res. If you don't believe me, check out the 8,000 raving customer reviews online. Google rating, yeah, it's just about a perfect 5. You'll see what all the hype is about. And here's your deal. This month, get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet and air duct cleaner. We call it Mayhem in May. A 3-room special starting at $149 plus 4th room is free. Hey, go ahead and take 20% off your air duct cleaning as well. Call Zero Res right now, 287-5727, or go online at zeroresjacksonville.com and say you want the station special, the 1010XL, the Hicken, whatever. They'll take care of you. Zero Res. You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, you know, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Want a simple way to boost your company's image without a big renovation? A fresh paint job in your brand's colors can increase recognition up to 80%. At Performance Painting, we help companies stand out with clean, on-brand finishes that impress clients and energize employees. From color consultations to low-odor coatings that won't disrupt operations, we've got you covered. Visit performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Share your voice anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Are you serious? Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
I gotta say, you're totally blowing my mind right now.
If you can't call or email, text us 641-1010.
Fantastic news here. Due to overwhelming response, Beers Diamonds extending their amazing earring and bracelet sale for Mother's Day. Hicken here. So now through Mother's Day, you can still save up to 40% off diamond earrings and diamond tennis bracelets. It's Beard's most ambitious offer ever, and response has been incredible. The corporate-owned big box stores can't touch these prices. Beard's locally owned, man. Say hi to the Lupos when you go over there. The freedom to give you pricing you deserve, highest quality diamond jewelry. Celebrate the mothers in your life with something they'll appreciate for decades to come. They also have special pricing on other Mother Day favorites, including colored gemstones, pearls, pendants, and fashion jewelry. Beard's Diamonds, your destination for making this Mother's Day truly special. Don't miss Beard's Diamonds' biggest sale ever. Up to 40% off Beard's already beatable value price. Now through Mother's Day at the Town Center. Only locally owned jeweler. It's Beard's Diamonds.
Calling all poker enthusiasts. The Poker Atlas Tour is bringing 7 action-packed poker events to Best Bet St. Augustine, June 5th to June 15th, including Event 1, a $300 no-limit hold'em tournament featuring a $100,000 guarantee, and the $600 no-limit hold'em title event with a $200,000 guarantee. Satellites are happening now at Best Bet St. Augustine. For tournament structures and all the details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Free Comic Book Day. Hey, I'm Ben Kay, owner of Gotham City Limit, your local comic shop, inviting you to the Community Party of the Year, Saturday, May 3rd. Free comics, free food, huge discounts, and more. Let's take Free Comic Book Day to the limit. Gotham City Limit.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. Yeah. All right, I'm not degenerate enough to know where to find these updated odds, man. There has never been a surer bet in golf with this much golf remaining than to go ahead and take Scotty Scheffler to win the Byron Nelson. It's not that he has a 2-shot lead. It's that the 30 guys behind him may command a total of 3 or 4 Corn Ferry wins. There's no way the group behind him catches him.
Yeah.
It's never been a sure. I'm calling. This is like when you watch the elections and they'll go ahead and project a state and like 4% is in. You're like, well, how can you do that?
Yeah.
I'm projecting the winner at the CJ Cup, the Byron Nelson, as Scotty Scheffler because he went 10 under yesterday. He has a 2-shot lead.
61 yesterday.
You could take the rest of the field and just like play their best ball and maybe they'll beat him by a couple.
Got 29 on the front.
Yeah, he's about to go win this thing. Hit the ball great. He hadn't had a win yet this year, despite being around the leaderboard.
Yeah.
And it's been a Rory McIlroy parade. There's a lot of golf season left. By the way, if Scheffler wins here, turns around, wins the PGA in a couple of weeks, it was suddenly the season are going to look a lot more similar.
No, not yet.
Rory's got a Players.
Yeah. And a Masters.
Yeah, well, he's going to have a PGA.
Yeah.
That's it. He's coming.
Yeah.
And he's number 1 in
Byron
the world,
ain't
too.
the Players.
No, gosh, no. I'm not saying that. The Byron Nelson, by the way, this field is terrible. I just mean he's going to have a win in a major. Yeah.
Rory has two other wins.
Yeah, he has Pebble, too. It's been a good year so far.
Yeah.
And yet, if it's Scotty and Rory coming down the stretch at the U.S. Open, paired together in the final round, tied with 6 holes to go, who you got?
Well, the way right now it's Rory, but
I think I'd take him right now.
Yeah. You take Scotty?
I think I would.
Nah. I mean, Scotty ain't done, listen, relatively speaking, Scotty ain't done squat this year.
I get it.
Yeah. I mean, he's about, for him, it's about winning.
Yeah, well, only under that.
By the way,
he's done way more than ain't done squat, but he hasn't won a golf tournament.
Yeah, but for the level of expectation for Scotty Scheffler, he ain't done squat. Was he a runner-up anywhere? Was he in contention?
He's not been out of a top 10. He has been in contention.
But he doesn't feel like he's been in contention.
No, he was which tournament was it that through 11 he was tied for the lead.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of them though. I don't remember which one. It was one of those bounce around spring events. But I think you'd be surprised but it doesn't matter. To your point, he's not been a part of the late round.
Right.
That's fair.
He might run away with this one though, like you're saying.
Is going to. I don't know what the ultimate.
What are the odds right now in Scotty? If I want,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's got to be minus 400, dude. I bet it's 4-1 to win.
Oh boy.
Do know who's tied for second though? I mean, we laugh about Drill Carmen. Rico. we've given this dude some sort of boost to his career.
For real.
Rico Hoey.
Rico Hoey, 8 under par, is among.
Go get him, Rico.
Here's why, by the way, gang. I'm saying Scheffler has won the golf tournament. There are two guys within two: Rico Hoey, Johnny Vegas. They literally could play best ball against Scheffler this weekend and might lose. Then you got Steven Yeager, Cameron Champ, Thor Bjornsson, Cole, Putnam, Kazire, Gordon, Campos, Hughes, Phillips, Mullinax, Højgaard, Phillips, Stevens, Castillo, Valeniski, Martin, Fox, Riley. Stop me.
Yeah.
I mean, he has won the golf tournament.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go. I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
I turn to you. I count on you. I trust you. And I don't know if you've sandbagged me, if you've misread the room, but I mean, you've told me all year how dead, done, and, unless these miracle upon all miracle runouts happen, that the Gator baseball team is not a tournament team yet.
Yes.
To my surprise, I look at USA Today's May Madness bracketology, and there they sit a 3 seed.
3 seed?
Yeah, at the FSU regional. It's Bethune, them, FSU, and somebody. Point being, they've at least played themselves into the conversation that would seem to me to say they don't have to be 5-2 in the last 7 or whatever it is you projected.
I think there's still.
How many series do they have left in the conference?
3.
If they go 2-1 in all 3, that won't be enough?
No, that would be enough.
That would be enough. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a fair expectation. I know they play good teams, but Arkansas.
They're going to Texas.
Well, Arkansas was a good team. They beat them 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
If there were any sport that you wanted to take a chance of beating the number 1 team 2 out of 3, it'd be baseball.
Yeah.
Right? More than basketball or football or any of the others.
They always say 13's a magic number. They're 8-13. They play 30 conference games, so that would be 13 and 17. They got to go 5-4 in these 9.
Okay.
They're at South Carolina. They just lost Shelton though. He's got a hamate, and if a hamate is usually 6 weeks,
it's a hand bone.
Yeah, it's a bone in the hand. So that hurts.
Connected to the wrist bone.
Yes. I would. You got to get 2 out of 3 this weekend. If you do that, you're 10-14.
Anyway, well, my point is, if they do that, if they win those series, they have that same record that you said they needed.
Yeah, if you win the series,
but they are in before then. They're not having to win their way. That I think, at least as you explained it, that path would have got them in at the
I think
finish
what's
line.
helped them more this year, even though it doesn't matter, Sully's never cared, but the fact that they have a pretty good
RPI.
Well, because of
I saw they're like 18th or something.
Their midweek wins are good. I mean, they've won a lot, so they're 30-16, which is good.
Yeah, and it has to be at least a little bit of human nature that when you see a team barely get in a year ago and they go all the way to the World Series, I think you up your level of confidence in what they could do if you give them an at-large.
Yeah.
So anyway, it looks like now they're in. They'd have to lose their way out rather than being out and have to win their way in. Now that's maybe a gray area of semantics, but
I know it's it's college baseball, but man, Mississippi State, they won a national championship. What, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? They fired that guy mid-season this year.
Scotty's only minus 200.
Minus 200?
Yeah. Somebody just said, here's minus 250. Somebody said they just put 100 on Scotty, trusting me. You can. Trust me, Googans.
Yeah. Kind of got to root against him now.
That's fair. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I've given out like a couple of dead solid out of nowhere locks. I'm going to go ahead with this, and I'm going to lay the 2 strokes already
Lock
and
it
take
up.
Scotty to win at minus 200. Yeah.
Well, so Mississippi State fired their baseball coach last week, so he's out. They're 7-14 this year. South Carolina's second worst. Missouri is 0-21 in SEC play. Haven't won 1 game. I wonder if they're going to go 0-30. Is that possible?
You know what's weird?
0-21.
Didn't Missouri have a basketball season 2 years ago where they didn't win a game?
Yeah, Gates was the coach there. I don't know if they didn't win a game, but they were bad.
Did Missouri football drop in one huge stinker in the last 5 years? Didn't they have one?
I don't know.
Could they have had an 0-8?
I don't know.
Is it possible?
But Texas is 19-3. Arkansas is 15-7. LSU is 14-7. Tennessee is 13-8. Alabama's 12-9. Georgia's 12-9. Ole Miss is 12-9. Vandy's 12-9. Auburn's had a very good year. They're 11-10. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Florida could use a sweep. A sweep this weekend would be really beneficial.
At South Carolina, you said?
Yeah, but they're only, we'll see. At South Carolina, you never know. Get 2 out of 3 for sure, though. So starts tonight. Liam Peterson will be on the bump for the Gators. I have a little pop quiz here, before we head off to break. This is a simple one.
The worst year under Drinkwitz has been 6 and 7.
Yeah, so no.
I think there's this implication, maybe because they had really high hopes. They were projected as perhaps a playoff team going into 2024, but Missouri still had a good year last year. They were 10 and 3. I would have thought they were a little worse than that.
Oh no, they were
11 and 2, 10 and 3 the last 2 years.
Yeah. I need the top.
And by the way, he had a Billy Napier start, 5 and 5, 6 and 7, 6 and 7.
I need the top 5 best-selling jerseys from the NFL draft. Top 5 best-selling jerseys from the NFL draft. I have them right in front of me right here, right now. So you can look at the rookie class, whatever. Give me the top 5 guys in terms of selling jerseys from the NFL draft.
Well, you already know, Jeff. Jeff, you already know Travis Hunter's going to be on.
It has to be.
It's probably number 1.
Is that your guess?
I'm definitely putting Travis Hunter in the top 5.
He is number 1.
Okay.
Now, can I ask you, this is a tiny hint, just because to narrow the field, are they all first-round picks?
Are they all first-round picks?
The only guy I'm thinking that wouldn't.
No.
Yeah. See, there's 2 guys here that I'm wondering about. Scadaboo, man.
I was going to say Shador.
And Shador. Those are the 2. Man. That would 5. It would be surprising. What a polarizing, more polarizing than believable if Shador's in the top 5. After the kids seem to take criticism at every corner all weekend. At the same time, he's going to be so popular that his jersey's in the top 5. Boy, I don't know. All right, well, let's go to Ashton Genty.
Ashton Genty is 4th.
All right, let's go Abdul. Do we go Abdul Carter?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the Giants. It's the thing, man.
Yeah.
You're looking at.
Yeah, I don't know Abdul Carter.
Yeah or no?
No,
not yet.
No, not yet. What about Cam Ward? Would you say Cam Ward?
Man, he's going to the Titans. He's going to 2 teams that don't have huge fan bases. But he is the number 1 pick, so it's certainly. All right, let's go with let's go with the non-first rounder. Right?
Okay.
You think Shador over?
Yeah, I think Shador.
Yeah, all right, Shador.
Shador is 3rd.
Okay. That is odd.
2 more.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more. Do we go with teamsy or do we go with prospects? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we go Abdul Carter. I think
I was going to say let's go Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter is 7th in the game.
Yeah, it's just
Cam Ward is 2nd.
It is Cam Ward. Yeah, we should have gone to the top.
What
pick.
number is Abdul
Ted
Carter
McMillan,
wearing?
the other one?
He's they have it as a number 1.
Who's 5th?
So it must be the first pick.
I wanted to go Cowboys, but Tyler Booker is not as sexy.
Correct.
You know, who's getting a Tyler Booker jersey?
Jackson
Tyler
Dart.
Warren. What about Tyler Warren?
Tyler Warren is 9th. Jackson Dart is 6th. There are two. Matthew Golden is 8th.
Who's that?
Colston
Chiefs.
Packers.
Colston
Loveland is 10th with the Bears. Number 5.
Mason Graham.
Ted McMillan.
It is Ted McMillan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I said Ted McMillan. I thought
you
you said
did?
he was 7th. Yeah.
No, 7th is Abdul Carter.
Oh yeah. No, I said. Ted,
Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, Ashton Jenny, and Ted McMillan are your questions. 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. What is the razzle dazzle that you're heading out to today?
I got lunch for 2 at Sonny's Barbecue. All you got to do is holler at me right now at 904-641-1010.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, this is 1010XL.
Real smooth. Real smooth? Real smooth.
10.
Real smooth.
10.
Real smooth.
XL.
Real smooth.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors. Key to project success. Prosser here. And guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner. Understanding every facet of construction, keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they can cause delays. So if you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
John Haney here for Clearwater. And I know I'm always joking around, but this is a serious time for our coach and our team. So if you need a sprinkler system, a French drain, or seamless gutters, and you live in Duval County, Then give us a call today.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage too.
Duval.
ClearwaterJags.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler, and this Mother's Day, we'd like to help you celebrate Mom with up to 40% off our entire inventory. GIA-certified natural diamonds and lab-grown diamonds, beautiful colored gemstones, designer brands, custom jewelry design, and Monahan Jewelers offers interest-free financing on any purchase, so get something special with a payment you can afford. Come celebrate Mom with fine jewelry at up to 40% off at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Mia O'Brien is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays from noon to 2 on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
Looking for a fun-filled evening that the whole family can enjoy? Discover the thrill of indoor football, a fast-paced, action-filled sport where excitement meets family fun. Check out your hometown Sharks on Saturday, May 3rd at 7 p.m. Ask about our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Owl's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. Go Sharks!
Prosser here. The Sharks look to get back in winning form this Saturday while you enjoy a fun-filled evening. Ask about our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Owl's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. Discover the thrill of indoor football, fast-paced, action-filled, family fun, and check out our hometown Sharks. Saturday, May 3rd, kickoff 7 o'clock at the MyStar Memorial Arena. For tickets and the family 4-pack information, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 621-0700.
Go Sharks!
If you're heading to the Og or you're already part of the nation's oldest, don't forget to drop into Sunset Grill. For over 30 years, serving up great chowder, seafood, wings, and cold beer. Sunset Grill, somewhere on A1A, St. Augustine Beach.
This is Greg McGarity, President and CEO of the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. And I'm here to share that the Gator Bowl is actually a year-round organization. We're known for the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl football game, which has been a Jacksonville staple for more than 80 years. Off the football field, the Gator Bowl has also hosted the annual Florida State baseball game, a champion of local youth through Gator Bowl charities, and a strong networking organization of local individuals and companies through our membership. We're actually looking to grow membership, which is an affordable, fun way for you to get involved and give back to our community. To learn more, visit GatorBowl.com for more information.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
All right, so the Jacksonville Jaguars we're finding them down in the power poll. So we're like, what's going on with this? But look, the great thing about the Jaguars in terms of the offseason, and we always win the offseason, is the expectation, right? We have expectations now. That's what we have. And with expectations, though, comes winning. and we'll see what they're able to do. But as Tony Baselli has told us over and over again, we are judged on Sundays. It's a results-oriented business. And that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by our friends at Live Power. Live Power's winners. They win all the time. They win because they have great people, and they have great people because they're looking for great people, and they get great people because they have great benefits that include a 401k, a company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Man, Live Power is one of the best places to work at all Jacksonville. Voted that way year in and year out. Why? They've been around for more than 50 years. They're family-owned and operated. They're rapidly growing. They got all the things that you want to be a part of. You can learn more. Just go to livepower.com. That's livepower.com. And I got a bone to pick with E.
You got a fast car.
I looked at E.
I want to take it to anywhere.
Yeah, you do have a fast car. He has a beautiful car, a beautiful vehicle.
All right.
I'm not telling you what type of vehicle it is, just a vehicle.
Okay.
You know me, I got my boy Blue, my beautiful blue Silverado, brought to me by my friend at Justin Moore, George Moore Chevrolet.
Shout out.
But anyway, he has a beautiful car as well, but he has a different. So E gets on me for style, and rightfully so.
I try to keep you right.
Yeah, E, I appreciate that, by the way. E is a styling guy, always matches. Like E will wear the right shoes with the right shorts with the right shirt kind of style. I, on the flip side, will grab a pair of socks, throw on a pair of shoes,
I will say
and
this.
off I go.
I don't know how to properly frame this. I think the proper phraseology is being so far out of style rather than ahead of the curve. But the phenomenon now of every other person wearing just brand new bright white kicks with suits or sports coats, you did out of outright laziness and don't give a crap years ago.
Thank you. But I started
if it had only been a fashion based decision on you, you might be rich right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would have cashed in.
Instead you were mocked. Thing that now people just look on and, look at the brave white shoes. Everyone does it now. Everybody and their brother wears white sneakers with their suit. My man was doing in like 1994.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
That's all I want, too. I love the credit. I don't need any money for it, anything. I just want the credit.
Yeah.
There are other things that I believe that I started that I don't get credit for, but I'm not going to share them right now. Anyway.
One of those was an illness in Gainesville.
What? Oh, man.
So anyway, E chastised me one time when
not one time.
Yeah.
Well,
Dan will wear Puma socks with Adidas shoes, and it drives E crazy. There's the short version.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, you can't do that. And I'm like, why?
Adidas shoes, Nike socks. Right. Yeah, it drives him nuts.
So anyway, E has his lovely vehicle out there, and he backs in with his vehicle, and on the back he has a license plate, and the license plate has a license plate holder. License plate holder has a different name of the car, a different brand.
Okay, what Dan's saying is the dealership. The brand dealership that surrounds the license plate is not the same brand as the car is.
Yeah,
so that's
now
a faux annoying. Dan.
That's a faux pas. That's a car faux pas.
Dan says it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. So I'm asking E to go get, he's a man array. He's a Full Sail University. He loves the U. He could get E
You're
to the
just talking
T.
about the placard, that thing that outlines.
The thing that holds the license plate.
A lot of dealers throw on there and hope that you just keep on.
Yeah, and he's done it. Right. He's kept it on. He should take it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
All right, well, there you go.
However,
maybe that's my next gift to you, though.
Now, E's response is the brand that the big dealership is under also makes the brand that his car is.
Yes.
But his brand of car is a better brand.
It's the luxury brand.
Yeah, the luxury brand.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff.
But speaking of Miami, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Since you brought up Miami.
By the way, let me say real quick. There was a little bit of a monkey wrench in the whole jersey conversation because Abdul Carter doesn't have a number.
Yes. Yeah.
No, they gave him a 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to be his number, so that probably keeps people from buying their Abdul
Ashton
Carter.
Genty has a 1.
Is he not wearing one?
I guess he hadn't gotten his number yet.
Was
I don't
he
know.
6 at Boise?
2.
So these are the Hunter 12, Cam Ward 1. He got Warren Moon.
Yeah.
Shador Sanders 0-0. I don't know if that's his
that's
number.
appropriate.
Genty 1, Tet McMillan 4. So those are the numbers that are on there.
McMillan, that must be his number. 4.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because he wasn't picked 4th.
Anyway, All right, go ahead, E.
Gentlemen, speaking of the Miami Hurricanes, the brunch bunch, who I believe Dan likes to refer to as
the lunch bunch.
Oh, the lunch bunch.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what he calls it now.
The lunch bunch.
I had it.
What's wrong with that?
They've been doing
nothing.
They've been doing a series of like a bracket.
Yes.
And yesterday they held their final. So guys, I'm gonna need you to take your loyalty out of this.
Oh, I can't do that.
And just, like I want y'all's honest opinion on this. So in the finals, they had the 0-1 Canes facing the 0-8 Gators.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Like in a matchup. So obviously there was brackets. There was a LSU team on there. I believe Florida State was on there, but this was the
By
final.
the way, you're in a home state where that LSU team from a couple of years ago that beat everybody by 100 isn't in the final. I know, with all due respect, 0-8 Gators, 0-1 Miami. Good luck with that LSU team. But anyway, those are both. I mean, listen, Gators, right? That's what we say. Yeah,
Right.
Gators, go Gators.
Yeah,
two incredibly good teams, man.
Yeah.
That 0-1 team, that's like all three running backs and Andre Johnson, right? That's that group.
Ed Reed.
Yeah, that's a really incredibly good football team.
Who was their quarterback?
Ken Dorsey.
Yeah, we win.
Well, it is Tebow in his prime.
Yeah, greatest college quarterback of all time.
That probably gives an advantage, but
no, that team was loaded.
I will say, that 0-1 Miami team was loaded. So was the 0-8 Florida team.
Yes. Yeah, the 08
I will
Florida
say
team
the
was
0-8
loaded.
Florida team beat better teams than 0-1 Miami did.
Oh, yeah.
That's not Miami's fault, but Miami beat who? Nebraska in that championship?
I would say yes.
Yes.
Right? Like 100-0, 62-20 or something. There was no Nebraska.
And Miami didn't lose a game. Florida did.
Yeah. That's fair, man. That's all fair. And now Miami also wasn't playing that SEC schedule, which is, back then, that Big East was Rutgers and nobody, wasn't it? Maybe Boston College every now and then. Now you had to play FSU.
Right.
This is that same Miami team that if they did not score an offensive touchdown all year, their record would have been 8-4.
Yeah, they would score the defensive scores. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Impressive.
You don't score an offense.
They beat Penn State, Rutgers, Pitt, Troy.
You got rankings next to those? Like, are any of those ranked? Because Penn State also is kind of on the struggle bus at that
14th ranked Florida State, 14th ranked Syracuse, 12th ranked Washington, 14th ranked Virginia Tech, and
so no top 10
number
wins.
4 Nebraska.
In Nebraska, they beat the hockey
37-14.
Okay, not as bad as I thought. Now, what was Florida's season? Who did they beat? Ranked. Did they beat ranked teams? They beat number 2 Alabama heading in. I know that.
Yeah.
An Alabama team that also, by the way, was unbelievably loaded. Is that Julio Jones still?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's an unbelievable Alabama team.
Yeah.
In fact, another fun game is to take that 0-8 SEC championship game, Alabama, Florida. Look at those rosters.
Gators beat 1-2, 4-8.
Yeah, I got to go Florida. They beat 1-2, 4-8, and the other one didn't have a top 10 win until 4.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it was like a really
Those are really good. I'm not going to sit here, though. Yeah.
That's a hard one.
That's fair.
Who won the game?
I think Leon went with Miami.
Yeah, of course.
No good.
And Matt Hayeswood, of course.
Trying to look at I want to look at their.
I need an AI simulate it.
Yeah, that would be good. But good for them. That's fun.
You know who really would be best positioned to answer this? FSU fan. Hates them both, right?
Right.
He's going to have a reason. He doesn't want either one of them to win, right? That's like one of my worst assignments as a broadcaster, 1998. I'm just barely 30, 31 years old. And, in fact, my parents were in town. We had young children. My parents were in town for the holidays. They were going to stay for a whole week around New Year's. Georgia Tech was playing Notre Dame in the Gator Bowl. It was going to be a good time. And I ended up in Tempe for 8 days covering FSU and Tennessee in the national championship. Florida that year, he went 10-2. Those 2 losses. FSU and Tennessee. Yeah, not a fun week. Perils of the job, Perils of the job. But yeah, FSU fan that you could weigh in on 0-1 Miami versus 0-8 Florida. Both really, really good teams.
Dorsey threw for 2,652 yards, 23 touchdowns. But they had Clinton Portis, who had 220 carries for 1,200 yards. They had the defecator, Najee Davenport.
Defecator.
Is that correct?
He is
wrong?
the one. No, he's right in the closet, I believe.
Willis McGahee.
We all get turned around sometimes.
Willis McGahee, he had 67 for 314. Frank Gore, 62 for 562. Also had Jarrett Payton on that team.
Yeah.
And Andre Johnson.
Yep.
Florida 58-54 and 3 OTs. That was
the final.
That was the final. They did it through AI.
Oh, they did it through AI.
Yeah, it wasn't just their opinion. They had AI simulated and Florida won, so that makes it official.
They had some players on this.
Triple overtime. That tells you how good they are. Now, I wonder if who would AI say is the best team? I mean, did they follow the AI bracket all the way through? Is AI saying the 08 Florida team is the best national champion of all time?
That's what I would assume.
Or did our guys do a bracket, and once they kind of, on their own opinion, got to the final, put it in AI? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is a difference, though, right? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Because if that case, then the Florida Gators, the 08 Gators is the best team of all time.
Yeah, with a loss, that can't be true. The best,
right.
I can't put that team above that LSU team that I saw just be unstoppable.
Joe Burrow's team? Yeah.
Joe Burrow's team was unstoppable. Did Florida give them the only game of the year? And they beat Florida by 14, I think, ultimately by the end. But
let me ask you a question. Is
most Noel fans are going with Tebow. There are a couple that say Miami.
Was that LSU team that good a defensive team? I know on offense.
Well, it was just so unstoppable on offense.
Right. But there are names on defense. By the way, it's hard to be a defense that's stifling opponents when your offense scores 55 and the
three plays, 80 yards.
Yeah, and the other team gets the ball in a half a minute.
Do you play the Phillies on May 27th? Can you check real quick?
Did we?
No, are you?
Okay.
It's not May 27th yet. May 27th is coming up at Citizens Bank Park. Because I'm seeing this, I don't know if this is legit or not, but what I'm seeing is a pregame fight between the Braves Phillies
May 27th at Philadelphia.
Yeah.
TBS game.
Yeah,
Tuesday, May 27th.
Blooper versus Philly Fanatic.
Okay.
3-round boxing match.
Out of the costume or in?
I'm sure it's in.
Well, then that sounds like a big, stupid...
Blooper versus Philly Fanatic.
Yeah.
Is that real?
I got a loss for humanity.
Is that bad?
Yeah, I don't need two people in stuffed costumes, 3-round boxing. That's what
made up?
That's what the WWE is for.
Should I not believe that?
Not believe what? What part of it are you having a hard time not believing?
I mean, is it legit?
Is it a legit fight? If not, if they're in mascot costumes. If they were out
are they really going to do this?
Oh, that probably for like phony, fake, theatrics. You can't fight each other in those big, huge costumes. There's nothing, you won't feel anything. You can fight for an hour and a half.
We can't find any evidence supporting the fight on a Google search.
Take them out of uniform and let them go
Twitter
at
account.
it.
But the graphic looks legit enough.
Does it?
So let's assume it's actually happening. I think they're just having fun with it.
I'd like to go to Pittsburgh next weekend, and I can't.
Why not?
Because it's Mother's Day weekend and there's some other stuff going on.
That'd be bad.
Yeah, I can't really do that.
Why don't you take her? Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, sure. Hey,
we're going to watch the Braves.
You want to go to Steel City?
You're going to go have...
you want to hang out? I'm going to go to the casino for a few hours. You good? I want to see that. Here's why, Dan. Here's why people probably wonder, why Pittsburgh? Hey, idiot, there's casinos all over the country.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to go for the casino. I want to go because I grew up going to Pirates baseball games.
Mm-hmm.
And I have not been to the new stadium, the whole complex, the whole deal. I just would like to go back to Pittsburgh because I have been to literally, probably still to this day, more games at Three Rivers Stadium than any other ballpark, Dan.
Oh, wonderful.
I mean, when we lived in West Virginia for 3 summers, I probably went to 30 games, maybe. I've probably been to more Braves games. I don't know about in one particular stadium, though.
All right, well, let's head to the 8 o'clock hour. We got a lot going on.
30 might be a little much. Maybe 5 a year, not 10.
Okay. All right.
All right. Do we have the Whisperer today? A confirmation on that?
I believe so.
Okay.
As far as we know.
I mean,
we'll see.
Nothing more public than social media. There's at least a question to be asked there. It's a GFL Friday. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
They came together as a team.
Joe Cowart.
Are you like me?
Matt Hayes.
Let's keep this between us.
And Leon Searcy.
Bring it in.
XL Prime Time.
Call for one for all.
2 to 4 weekdays on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, fantastic news here to the overwhelming response. Beard's Time is extending that amazing earring and bracelet sale for Mother's Day. Hicken here. So now through Mother's Day, Gang, you can still save up to 40% off diamond earrings and diamond tennis bracelets. It's Beard's most ambitious offer ever. Response has been incredible, man. The corporate-owned big box stores, they can't touch these prices. Why? Because Beard's is locally owned. They got the freedom to give you pricing you deserve on the highest quality diamond. They've been around for 40 years, man. The Lupos do it, and they do it right. So celebrate mothers in your life with something they'll appreciate, gosh, for decades to come, man. Not to mention, we also have special pricing on Mother's Day favorites like colored gemstones, pearls, pendants, and fashion jewelry. Beard's Diamonds is your destination for making Mother's Day truly special. Don't miss this. Up to 40% off Beard's already beatable value price now through Mother's Day at the Town Center. It's at the Town Center. It's the only locally owned jeweler. It's Beard's Diamonds.
It's your main man, E.T., and Monday is Cinco de Mayo at Twin Peaks with a costume party on May 5th, specials on tequilas, cervezas, and even wine. And I'm here in the service. They're going to bring the spicy costumes, too. Twin Peaks for Cinco de Mayo, where the party gets spicy.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Put the ball in the net with 60 minutes of soccer talk. The Coaches Show presented by Sporting Jacks. Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburg, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacey Baylor. Tuesday evenings at 6 on 1010 a.m.
Mother's Day is coming. Don't run out of time. Small Cakes has sweets she'll love from you and the kids. Mention 1010XL to get 10% off now until Wednesday. Cupcakes to brownies to ice cream. Customize it so it's unique to mom. SmallCakesJacks.com.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, I don't know why you bring that up. That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text ORDER to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text ORDER to 42424. That's ORDER to 42424.
Spring and summer are coming. Will your pool deck be ready? Don't Slip Deck Coatings of Jacksonville has you covered. Their multi-layered slip-resistant coatings come in a variety of colors, adding safety, durability, and style to your outdoor spaces. Plus, they offer slip-resistant solutions for inside your home, too. Long-lasting, affordable, and built to protect your family. Don't wait. Call today for a free quote. 904-466-1839. And follow Don't Slip Jacks on Facebook and Instagram.
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season. Tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. JU Dolphins baseball team is on the road this weekend for a 3-game ASUN Conference Series against Queens University in Charlotte. The Dolphins enter with a strong 15-6 mark in conference play, riding a 9-game win streak. First pitch will be tonight at 6. The Jacksonville Sharks are set to host the Iowa Barnstormers this Saturday at 7:05 at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. After a strong 3-0 start, the Sharks have faced setbacks with consecutive losses to the Massachusetts Pirates and the Quad City Steamwheelers, looking to get back on track this weekend. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp fall again to the Durham Bulls last night in North Carolina in Game 3 of their 6-game series, 10-3. A 5-run first inning for the Bulls pushed them to the victory. We'll get back at it tonight for Game 4 starting at 6:35. It's 72 degrees at 8:03. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
Clapping. No, I'm snapping.
Snapping.
This is clapping. This is snapping. Denny Thompson is here, the quarterback whisperer, hanging out with us, talking ball. What's up, my man?
I have a question for you two.
I like that.
So when music starts playing coming out of breaks, do y'all just both sit quietly until one of you talk? Is that the plan?
No, it's kind of like whoever takes it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've just kind of noticed with me specifically. It's like, I never know who's going to start this.
No, I never
I just kind of stare at both of you.
Yeah.
Like, which one's going to talk first?
That's the best way to do it.
All right. All
It's the
right.
best way to do it. It's pretty much whoever grabs
What were
it.
y'all saying?
He might be in the Bahamas.
There's your answer. Yeah, and he might be in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
We have,
Exactly.
one of us has. One of us is always near enough the wheel to grab it.
Get that wheel. Every now and then you might get caught with your pants down.
We're always. By the way, it's always. It's never just like looking at YouTube videos. We're just researching. We're
absolutely
fortifying our
That's
morning.
not true. Sometimes I am looking.
Y'all are working
I'm
hard.
honest.
Yeah, Twitter. He gets a little Twitter.
I get a little diving into
I mean,
that.
half the time the music's playing and Jeff's coming in from the other
That's
room,
also
so,
true.
yeah.
Also true. So
Sometimes
you never
after
know.
the music.
Sometimes after.
The music died.
What's going on, man?
Oh, man, just playing catch with guys, man.
I saw
Basically
Yeah,
what I'm
it went
doing.
very public,
I
especially
wasn't talking about that one, actually. I
well,
wanna
we
talk
are.
about that
And
How are your fingers? Playing catch with the guys?
Good. My I can't feel
Does
my
it-
hands anymore.
Yeah.
Like, ever.
Just throw those hands up there.
Yeah.
Because you don't put gloves on.
No, I seriously, my hands are forever
Shot.
numb now.
Yeah.
Remember the foot in Mr. Deeds?
Yes.
That's my hands, basically.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I do remember the foot in Mr. Deeds.
I don't, of course. I saw Mr. Deeds.
It's Blackfoot.
Right.
I did it again yesterday, Dan. I watched an entire movie and then realized that I'd seen it before.
What was this one?
I'm dead if Mrs. P hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't realize it till the end?
I really don't realize it until I get I say the end. I don't mean the last 5 minutes. Till halfway through, I'm like, oh wait, hold on, I've seen this.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
This
This is like a 2023 flick. What's going on?
Oh dear.
I watch too many movies, bro. Like in the early morning,
We're
get
like
up,
that
nothing
with-
on. I watch bad movies, so I got a lot of different plots that intertwine in my head.
We're like that with TV
Significant
shows and
Other
binge
is the
watching.
name of the movie, Dan. Significant Other. It's
I
kind of
haven't
a
seen that.
sci-fi kind of deal.
All right, wonderful.
Anyway, wasn't bad.
Yep.
Yeah, you've been playing catch with a lot of guys coming in and out, and then included in that group is DJ Lagway, so he's throwing, which is good news. He's obviously working with you guys in Cortex and all that, so it's good to see, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
really good to see.
Gator Nation can be nervous, and the media can wonder. And after a spring where he didn't throw, it makes you think that, oh my gosh, we have a potential calamity here. So just as best as you can gauge without, betraying trust, how does he feel? Is he confident like he's going to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I don't. The truth about that video the other day is literally I mean, he's, with Dr. Tom.
Yeah.
And I was just in the facility.
Yeah,
and they're like, hey, he's going to throw. I'm like, I'll catch.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was posting that or anything. So I actually don't know a whole lot. But I think the overall confidence around the situation is very
How hard are we throwing there? How far are you? I don't mean to make this a bigger deal than it is. Is that just soft tosses you could do even if you didn't feel great? Or is this okay?
No.
You couldn't do that if you were being
I mean, there's
I mean, we was whipping it pretty good, 15
right? We
yards.
wouldn't let you do it if it was
is what it looks like.
Right,
it looks like 15 yards, throwing
something
it 50%.
like that. I mean, we've got a small little indoor throwing lane, and it's
I think the neat thing about DJ Lagway is, not neat, but the surprising thing is when people see him, they don't realize what a big kid he is.
Oh, he's massive.
Because he's young. What is he, 18, 19 years old?
Yeah, Carson said the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they're in there at the same time right now. And one day he walked out, and Carson like, I had no idea how big that kid was.
Right.
Like he is, and he's very young. He's still got kind of that young look to him.
Yeah, a little baby fat on him.
Yeah. I mean, his power output, everything about DJ, everybody knows this, is just it's freakish.
Yeah.
So, just get better, get out there on the field. They got some good weapons this year, and let's just see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Florida should be competing for a college football playoff spot, and if you listen to what people like DJ Lagway and others have said, I say that they should be competing for a trip to Atlanta. I mean, that's how, if you listen to all the positives and you let yourself get carried away as a Gator fan who's had nothing but a lot of disappointment until November of last year, you can get carried away real quick when you start hearing them rave. First off, you start with the quarterback. You finally have a, quote, franchise quarterback, whatever you want to call him in college. DJ himself has said this is the best offensive line in America. Well, they got a lot of 4 out of 5 returners, including an All-American center.
Yep.
They have a great running back room that has 2 very experienced guys and everybody forgets about Trey Webb, but he gets back too. By the way, he's graduating in 2 years. Shout out Trey Webb, good kid.
Oh, wow.
I like that kid a lot.
Yeah.
He's always been a nice young man, so I root for him. And then the receivers. They rave about this freshman who they snared from Oregon.
Yeah.
Like you hear these like uncoverable Jeremiah Smith. And then in the spring game, he only added to it by like catching like 11 balls for 200 yards. Right.
Yeah. I think the transfer from, is it UCLA? Is it Sturdivant?
Yeah.
I mean, everything I've heard about him is he's fantastic.
Yeah,
and
and Trey Wilson. Yeah, I mean, so you again, that's just the offense. And on the defense, you brought back Caleb Banks, who you see mocked in first round in drafts. Tyreek Sappo, I've seen mocked in first rounds in drafts. They have defensive linemen. They have linebackers galore. Pups back. I mean, they got all kinds of defensive backs. So
I mean, the reality of this thing is, in the new age of college football, Florida is a really good job.
Right.
I mean, a great job
because.
Well, you have assets.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the state of Florida. You have more assets than everybody else in the state of Florida.
Right.
It's a good school, or a really good school, a great college town,
right?
And nowadays, that's what you're competing. Your guys are coming in, and these high 5-star guys, man. I mean, everybody's accomplished,
right?
Georgia and Oregon and Texas and all, that's what you're competing against. And so there's a quality of life to this too. There's like hey, we're gonna develop you. We're gonna win football games. We're gonna send you out. We've got the best coaching staff, strength staff, and then by the way, you got to live here for 3 or 4 years too, right? And I think Gainesville fits a lot of those. So that is a very, very good job. And the thing that you didn't say that I think you were getting to is really what it is it's down to Napier.
Correct.
It's 100% as
he's built it, but now he's got to show that he can coach it.
Yep. And then those expectations that you just put out there, like what's that threshold? I mean, what's the threshold to where it's successful or not? Is it playoffs or bust?
I think you also have to, you're never sure until you're sure as well.
There's no reason why they shouldn't be a top 12 team.
Wow.
If
the kid was 6-0 as a starter in games he finished
if we're not overestimating the rest of the roster. If we're not overestimating the roster.
Which
I mean, Vanderbilt beat Alabama last year. I mean, I'm not saying that Florida beating LSU is that. I'm just saying we got to make sure that the rest of the roster is, because I'll tell you this, Florida's not going to be picked ahead of Georgia in any preseason.
No.
Georgia had 13 dudes go in the draft.
Right.
13, and they're still ahead of Florida personnel-wise.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. There's still some move. There's still some ground to gain here, and it's got to continue to matriculate, because this will be a Florida team that will suffer losses personnel-wise. Last year, not so much.
Well, and college football has gone to pro football in this way. There's not depth. I mean, the depth transfers.
Your depth transfers to get some cash and some playing time.
It's not fair to judge coaches like this, but it's the reality of it. Like, you have 2 significant injuries, which is very likely. Like, now we're talking about how good are you behind them? And that's the thing. Like Georgia, I think that's where they start, because they've been stacking 5 stars for so long that even if they have some attrition, there's still somebody pretty good behind them.
It's a tough league, too, as far as Napier. When you're trying to bust through,
Man.
I mean, you're still, the most optimistic I can find in an SEC power ranking is 6th.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I'm telling
you, 6 teams are not making the playoff from the SEC.
No. But if Florida goes 9-3, I think they get in.
It'll be close. I like to take my chances.
I bet you this is one of those things at SEC Media Days that there's a couple of
Start the lobbying already.
Yeah, you're gonna be surprised with a couple of like high place votes for Florida.
Well, let me tell you this too.
I don't think they lobby. I don't think you have to lobby. I think people start to become aware of them.
The SEC commissioner is made no matter who he is made a living off of lobbying.
Well, that's true.
Well,
for the whole conference.
Yeah, but he's not lobbying for Florida.
No, for the conference. I thought he was speaking, talking about 6 teams or 5 teams.
No, I think the stuff Dan just said, I think people that don't live around here will start to realize, holy cow, I bet you get some first place votes.
All right, let me go ahead. I'll drop this one in on May 1st because it's going to become a story on August. Here's another thing with Florida. In addition to the Texas A&M and LSU's and that level, the Missouri, not to mention Alabama and Texas and Georgia, and there's 2 other teams in the SEC that are an awful lot like Florida right now. They don't have DJ Lagway, but they're an awful lot like Florida. They've had their arrow up, their expectations of being top 12, top 15 teams. That's Auburn and Oklahoma. So there's also that level of program that you have to be the better of those 3.
And I would throw Tennessee and Texas A&M into that.
The difference is those 2 teams have been good for a while. Auburn, Florida, Oklahoma have each been down for 3 or 4 years.
See, I think Tennessee's down.
The quarterback is a problem.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, but Jeff's point is even beyond those
the big ones,
right? Like those games week to week are going to mean everything in the world.
But I also think that the big ones aren't as unbeatable,
right?
As they were the last 5 years.
Yeah, the coaching shift.
I think Alabama and Georgia. What's happened to Georgia? And I could be wrong here. I could be 100% wrong. And I know the quarterback level to me is, I don't care what you say. I mean, Gunnar Stockton ain't Carson Beck. Right. I know Georgia, but he's not. But the first round,
I think I
haven't seen all these names that you're going to know this. Like this last group that got drafted. We saw them coming up, and the guys, all these defensive guys who got drafted in the first round.
Yeah, but I think part of that,
I don't see those.
We haven't been watching them in the semis and the finals. So I think that's part of it. Every year we're going into the year just having watched Georgia play the SEC championship game, the Final Four game, and the championship game, and all those young stars are making plays in front of us, or you don't, quite watch them as much.
They spent some money this year. Yeah. I mean, they went out and got a couple of receivers.
They went and got receivers. That's for sure.
Which was what they were lacking last year.
That's a fact.
And I don't know. Georgia, to your point, I don't think when you look at you hear Alabama, you're like, okay, well, that's not we're not going to beat 42-10,
right?
When you hear Georgia, it's like, well, wait, we may not get beat 42-10,
right?
But then you start looking at the depth.
By the way, South Carolina also falls in that Oklahoma.
That's a good one.
South Carolina is the one I would like.
But they're more over the radar. I think people are aware. I'm saying Oklahoma and Auburn. I'm seeing a lot. Oklahoma especially. I'm seeing a lot of people on Oklahoma.
It's because they got a quarterback.
What's so interesting about those two is Auburn has Oklahoma's old quarterback, Jackson Arnold.
Yeah. Who do you work with Jackson Arnold?
He comes in occasionally.
Okay, well, I'm not sold on him, man.
Yeah, and then of course, John Mateer went to Oklahoma, who we do work with.
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of, like you keep saying, and others that I think John Mateer, and he's put up the numbers. He's gonna thrive at Oklahoma.
Well, he's that guy.
He's the Venables guy.
Yeah.
He's in the Napier boat.
Oh, no question.
Yeah, he's got to go. He better go win.
No question.
Yeah, he better go win.
But that's what's
there
crazy.
Are a lot of you better go win guys. Hugh Freeze better start winning here.
I mean, Mike Elko's good now, but Mike Elko needs to win.
Well, Mike Elko had a hell of a start last year, and then he slipped back, and they were 8-4 or whatever, and they're like, okay.
Caleb DeBoer needs to win. They all need to win.
The only one who doesn't need to win is Kirby.
Brian Kelly needs to win.
Yeah.
It's time to make a playoff. You got a team now that everyone's saying a top 2 team in the conference. Yeah. That's a playoff team.
I mean,
that's an easy playoff team.
What's the hottest seed in the SEC? Is it Oklahoma and Auburn?
Is it what now?
Who's on the hottest seat in the SEC?
I don't know if it's those two because right now they're. That's a good question. What is the hottest seat in the SEC?
That's a good
I'll
question.
tell you this. Whatever it is now, it could be different in October.
That's for sure.
Heupel's seat could get hot.
That's for sure.
I mean, he just went to the playoffs. Could get hot.
Let Hugh Freeze run out there and have a not very good
It'll
offense.
get hot. Well,
Auburn has no patience.
Checks
They're
notes.
a lot like us.
Not known for patience. Yeah.
They're a lot like us.
Listen, let's just assume teams are what they are, and in other words, they're not going to go. Auburn's not going to go 3-9. Alabama's not going to go 5-7. I don't really see a super hot seat. I mean, I don't think Venables is there yet.
Yeah.
I don't think. I could be wrong. Auburn would make a mistake without riding this Hugh Freeze for a few years and see if he can't
this is year 3.
He hits.
This is year 3.
Yeah.
Coming up, and they've spent a lot of money. And
he needs
got to get a quarterback. He hadn't had a quarterback.
We've had
him though.
Well, we've had quarterbacks there. For
we didn't have one for 10 years.
So I've watched every Auburn game, and it's been painful to watch offensively from the Harsin era to their era.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I mean, he's got to get it right. And remember, I mean, South Carolina's coach was on the hot seat this time last year. So a lot of these guys
2 years ago. Last year they had come off the Notre Dame game, right?
Okay.
Weren't they coming off the Gator Bowl where they finished strong?
One of these teams,
maybe that was
one of these teams going to have a 4-8 year.
Yeah,
that's because they got to play the other ones,
right?
For part of the reason,
right?
All right, so yeah, that's like one of the best coaches in the SEC right now. This guy Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm.
That's who he's thought of. So maybe Mark Stoops.
Yeah,
he needs to kind of bounce back.
Yeah, probably so.
Another 4-8
It could
would
be
not
Stoops.
be.
It has to be someone who's had some success,
Yeah.
or is going into year 4 of really stinking.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I just feel like Auburn. I would say between Freeze and Venable, I'd say Freeze seat is hotter. I would say Stoops seat is hotter than both of them. I think Stoops is the answer, and it's by default. There is no super high. Listen, Napier is Freeze, by the way.
Yeah.
You say the same. Billy Napier goes 6-6. He's going to get canned.
No question. No question.
So it's
Venable 6-7, 10-3, 6-7.
Yeah.
That 2-6 in the conference.
And I want to say, I don't know this for sure.
By the way, Texas ain't having no problem, and Oklahoma compares itself to Texas.
They do have a 10-3. That gives a little bit more.
I don't know this for sure, but I want to say they lost so much in the portal too.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, which is not a good sign. Like when you've got starters leaving.
Oklahoma also was it 2 years ago. They started like 5-0 and were top 4, and then lost to Texas in that Red River rivalry, or maybe even beat Texas and got up to as high as top 3 even.
And they had
that 10-3 year. They started top 5,
and they had the things we don't talk about is they had some terrible luck last year too. I want to say they were down to like starting walk-ons at receiver.
Yeah,
right.
Oklahoma
had like just freaky things going on, but that's the point. I mean, that can happen, and you can still get canned.
They don't care.
No,
nobody
cares.
Only care about you winning.
Yep.
They don't care that.
And if you have 3 6-7 seasons in 4 years at a power program, I got no problem being shown the door. It goes for everyone.
Yeah. Agree.
You go to a power program and you are sub 500 to a power program that's had under 500 seasons a couple of times in the last 40, 50 years, that kind of program, and you're sub 500 3 of your first 4 years, you should go back to a level of football more suitable for you.
But what a difference a year makes. If a year ago you'd have said, hey, Napier's probably good, but Norvell's on the hot seat this time last year.
Right.
It was the exact opposite.
Right.
Yeah. And the word on Norvell is they can't afford to replace him, so the hot seats temperature is, muted a little.
That's an interesting one too. I mean, if they come out and go 6-6,
what's their schedule?
Is that okay? Is that okay for FSU to be 6-6?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I think it'll be time to, at some point they're going to take out the year and a half with Jordan Travis that were developing and blossoming, and they're going to hold Mike Norvell to what will be a sub 500 record. But again,
why doesn't he? You like Mike Norvell?
They paid him, dude.
Yeah.
He kidnapped him for a higher salary.
Quarterbacks?
Well, he gets
in
them.
the recruiting.
He gets them. But then
he's not developing them.
Well, it's like
why are they leaving? Why hasn't he had a quarterback that he's been there?
Well,
a while?
That's a great question.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm thinking about the guys that he signed. He signed Brock's brother. He signed Chuba when he first got there. He signed because he let Jeff Sims go to Georgia Tech at the time, and then he signed the Tate Rodemaker kid, who's no longer there. So neither one of those were there.
Right.
His biggest signing was Luke.
Right.
from a high school kid. He's no longer there.
Right.
The Kevin Sperry kid is somebody we work with from Texas. He's a really good player who
He's
they
committed
signed this past year.
He's signed.
He's there. He's there. Yeah. We actually had a Jalen King from Charlton County. You remember Jalen? He used to train with Brooks all the time.
Okay.
He was at East Tennessee State. He just hit the portal and he signed with Florida State.
Okay.
Just
those
this past
aren't
weekend.
like, and I'm not demeaning those guys.
Yeah, no.
But he hasn't gotten the Lagway yet, has he?
No. I mean, I don't. No, I don't think so. I mean,
So
I
that's
don't know
the
what the
challenge.
deal is, and I don't.
I mean,
know
Luke was the lead 11 though. Yes.
Oh yeah, and so was Sperry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, I don't know. We got to hear more. But something's not clicking though with the quarterbacks. There.
No, agree. Agree.
And that's the biggest. And then and obviously the recruiting hasn't been.
No,
I mean, if I'm, where is FSU fan on Mike Norvell?
They're very lukewarm.
Like, would you wish they would change?
I'm going to say something no knowledge here. I probably shouldn't say. It doesn't feel like to me that Norvell's all the problem because we kind of said this a little bit about Jimbo. We said this a little bit about Taggart. Like it seems hard there, and I don't know if it's just a financial thing. I have no idea.
Yeah, but
recruits should be coming there more often. Things should be happening more often. I mean, they're happening in Miami. They're happening in Gainesville. My sense is that there's something, deeper there. I don't know if it's a budgetary thing because y'all mentioned they can't afford to fire them. They played last year with half a stadium. I went to a couple games. It was just like
dead.
Yeah. And it's just kind of like now they've got this new football only facility. So maybe all of that's turning around. Yeah. I think they're just about to open all this stuff, which is 4 or 5 years behind where Florida's at.
I guess I'd be disappointed as an old fan too. I had the incredible finish to the 10-3 year. We were red hot, beating good teams, and then I went undefeated. Why should be? This is where I got to be filling up with 5 stars and getting my program right.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's the facilities. I don't know what it is, but there's just something's not adding up because it's Tallahassee.
Well, here's
it's
another thing.
Listen,
it's a dicier game when your pedigree is built on transfers, and that's what Norvell won with. All his best players, almost all of his best players have been portal additions.
You know, it's going to be
you have one bad portal, and then you got nothing homegrown to supplement.
For them this year,
they open with Bama, right?
Right. So let's say they lose that game. And by the way, Bama's breaking in a quarterback. So it could be a close game. You never know. But Castellanos maybe gets loose. Alabama's historically had trouble with the running guys. But
where is
Alabama
it? Orlando?
wins.
Where's the game?
No, it's in Tallahassee.
In Tallahassee. Okay.
But let's say they lose that. Here's the game of the year for them.
I wonder what the spread is.
Make or break game because they're going to beat East Texas A&M.
East Texas A&M?
Texas A&M.
Really?
Not Texas A&M.
East Texas A&M.
East Texas A&M. They're going to beat Kent State.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably beat Virginia and Charlottesville, but be
I think
careful.
Virginia's a little better. Did I read that?
But then it's Miami. That's the game. So if they're 3-1,
man, does Miami have Florida FSU back to back? Because we play Miami like
they got a
3
bye
or
week.
4.
Yeah, Miami has a bye week before and after Florida State. It's a weird thing, but yeah.
But anyway, that's the game.
Miami starts out Notre Dame, and then I think maybe Bethune, and then USF, then Florida and Florida State.
Woo!
Yeah, let's go.
Woo!
Let's go.
Another good schedule for Beck.
Yeah. And they don't leave the state of Florida till November 1st, by the way. Miami doesn't.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they got the big trip out to Stanford for an Atlantic Coast Conference game. That's always a big one.
I've got SI's ACC post-spring power rankings, and Virginia's 14, so they should win that one.
Yeah.
Where's FSU?
FSU is 8.
Yeah.
And if your coach is taking you to 8th in the talent depleted ACC,
who's 1 and 2?
Then you got big problems.
Who's 1 and 2?
FSU's never been 8th in the ACC in their history. Ever.
Yeah.
Including going into they have never gone into a season where they were 8th. I would say that FSU has never gone into a season where they've been lower than 3rd in the ACC preview.
That's probably true.
Here are the teams ahead of them. FSU fan, this is where Mike Norvell is taking you. You ready?
Oh, dear.
I know you like him. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Hope you like me too.
He's got to win.
Okay.
I mean,
these are the teams that are now better than Florida State, according, again, to SI's preseason power poll. North Carolina with Belichick 7.
Depends how much Jordan's calling the plays.
Again, this isn't basketball. Duke is also ahead of you now at number 6. Wow. Georgia Tech is 5th. That same Tech that beat you in Dublin last year. SMU is 4.
Dublin.
Louisville is 3.
Wow.
Miami is 2, and Clemson is 1. And FSU has fallen somehow all the way to 8 behind the likes of Duke, SMU, and Georgia Tech. Oof. No bueno.
Yeah, the Duke and North Carolina one, that stings. I think Georgia Tech's got a chance.
Yeah, Georgia Tech's pretty. Haynes Keen's a good player. He's good. He's gritty. He's poor man's Tebow.
It's like the perfect Brent Keith.
Yeah, 100%. He's a good.
Buster Faulkner, their offensive.
I want to get a couple of things from you here before we keep you even more overextended. One is your take on the Shedeur fall. Where from a talent standpoint, where do you think a natural falling position? And we went through the things. Fifth-round quarterbacks do not succeed in the NFL. The odds are 1,000-1 that Shedeur Sanders will never be an impactful NFL player because all of the impactful quarterbacks come primarily in round one, occasionally in lower rounds, but hardly ever. Dak Prescott, a fourth round, is the only current player outside of the first and second rounds who's a contributor.
Yeah. Well,
so where is he as a?
Let's not forget Brock.
Is he? Well, that's fair, but he's just starting. Starting.
Yeah. I had him as a third round.
We put a window of I had a third round grade on him, which I think we've talked about on here. So he went a little later, but just like quarterback is overpicked early in the rounds, if you're a second round quarterback, there's a chance you could go top 10.
Right.
In the later rounds, we've seen this now the last couple of years. They also can fall just as fast because at that point you're probably not looking for a starter, but there's a receiver that could run down and cover some punts on that, and they could get on the field. So,
like almost happened to Purdy. He almost went undrafted.
Right. So sometimes you get that third, fourth round grade, and that sometimes could mean you could go second depending on how the draft is going. There's other times that means you could go fifth or sixth round. I don't know. I don't know about all the stuff off the field, but on the field, I don't think many people actually had him graded as a first round. I don't know.
Right.
Mel Kiper did. Don't tell him that.
Mel Kiper did.
He'll dress you down.
But I didn't obviously don't talk to many teams about him. I talked to him about our own guys, but I just never heard the Shedeur said, because usually you hear when you're talking to these guys
about a guy.
Like Cam. Like I heard about Cam from 10 different teams. Oh man, this dude, like when he does this, when he does
Cam Ward.
Yeah. I didn't hear that. And to be fair, I didn't hear it about just about anybody else in the class except for Jackson Dart, and he was the other first rounder. So I don't know. I don't, maybe a little lower than what it probably should have been. I don't know why, but I don't know. I don't think it's as low as what Mel Kiper keeping him as the best player available for 2.5 days indicated it being. That was painful to watch.
You ready for this? Ready for the text line?
Yeah.
Maybe this is what's wrong with FSU football. Interesting FSU insight. I'm 29 now, but I was in a fraternity. I went back for a recruiting fair the other week. I swung by the old house.
Mm-hmm.
Guess Castellanos hangs out at the house till about 6 a.m. way too frequently. Take the under.
We got inside info, baby. Inside info from the frat boy.
Animal House in Tallahassee. 0.00 Plutarch.
Let's go.
All right, that's the quarterback whisperer.
That drunk and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
All right, we'll be back with more. It's Green for Life Friday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
As the countdown begins, it's good to know there is still one number you can always count on.
1010XL.
When it comes to your utility bill, JEA wants to help you use less so you can save more. We offer a variety of free programs, like efficiency and irrigation assessments that'll teach you ways to conserve energy and water around your home. Our alerts will let you know when your utility usage has reached a set amount, and our rebates can help you save when upgrading to more efficient appliances and equipment. Find even more ways to save at JEA.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
The Sawgrass Marriott Golf Resort and Spa is the perfect place for indulging in a pampering spa treatment. This Mother's Day season, give the gift of wellness with a gift card and take advantage of the spa's current promotion. Buy a $75 gift card or more and guests get a credit towards a future service. With healing massages, revitalizing facial treatments, and more, A day at the Sawgrass Spa makes a perfect gift for everyone. Purchase in person at Sawgrass Spa during operating hours.
Hey, say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Eye & Associates. Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you the latest options. Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK, tailored just for you. Gang, imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. Ready to see the difference? You bet you are. Call now or visit BowdenEye.com. Get that free screening. They're Bowden Eye & Associates, gang. You know what they're doing? They're keeping the First Coast focused.
It's the NBA playoffs, and Hurricane Grill & Wings has slam dunk specials like $3.75 Miller Lite drafts with 30 bold wing flavors, ice-cold drinks, handcrafted cocktails, and big screens everywhere. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mocama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect Pilsners and lagers, matching memories and some Mocama magic is what it's all about. Mocama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mocama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
Sometimes you agree with him, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Looking for a fun-filled evening that the whole family can enjoy? Discover the thrill of indoor football, a fast-paced, action-filled sport where excitement meets family fun. Check out your hometown Sharks on Saturday, May 3rd at 7 p.m. Ask about our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Owl's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. Go Sharks!
Prosser here. The Sharks look to get back in winning form this Saturday while you enjoy a fun-filled evening. Ask about our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Owl's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. Discover the thrill of indoor football, fast-paced, action-filled, family fun, and check out our hometown Sharks. Saturday, May 3rd, kickoff, 7 o'clock at the ViStar Memorial Arena. For tickets and the family 4-pack information, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 621-0700.
Go Sharks!
At IHRS, we're passionate about solving your hair loss. We're clients too. With the latest hair transplant technology, FDA-approved laser hair therapy, and PRP, we guarantee solutions for both men and women. Call now for a free consultation and receive $250 off. Hair restoration is for me, and it can be for you too. Go to hairforme.com or call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477.
Hicken here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
A chipped windshield can turn into a big problem fast. Lauren Brooks here. Trust Novus Glass of Jacksonville for expert repair and replacement. Call 904-289-2905 for Novus Glass in Orange Park. 904-289-2905.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
10XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Bang! Bang! It's called a double banger. I saw it last night. I heard it. Jalen Brunson led the Knicks past the Detroit Pistons. I had one guy after, you'll like this process because I'm me as a bitter sports fan, an angry sports fan, likes to get back at you.
At me?
No, whoever. Okay. Somebody tweeted me after the Pistons won the last game. Detroit basketball. You know, I said
they still do that. That one's lasted.
Yeah. You know what I said right back to him last night as soon as that game ended?
We are the New York Knicks.
Defeat basketball.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a good one, E?
I ain't mad at that.
I ain't heard from him since, by the way,
Of course not.
Mr. Twitter guy.
I feel in some ways for JJ Redick. I mean, he can't say what the real.
How can you feel for
I'll
him?
tell you why. Because he can't say what the real reason is, Dan. So he has to look like an idiot instead of putting the blame where it lies on two superstars that choked away any chance of winning the series because they couldn't dominate games or make game-changing plays. The series loss is on LeBron and Luka. LeBron and Luka should never lose a first-round series.
Yeah.
They shouldn't.
Yeah.
And why do we lose? Well, guys, they went 3 for 11 in the fourth quarter. That's why. Lucas shot a whole 3 times. Glad we traded for him. And LeBron can't finish.
JJ had no problem blaming everybody else but himself. He never takes any heat. But last year, he's sitting there ripping like Doc Rivers or any. There's no accountability. No accountability. He was on TV. But now that he's a coach, he just passes the buck to everybody else. But himself acts like a petulant little child.
That's all fine.
Got called out by the media. JJ Redick is a disaster compared to the very composed, very great coach of the other LA franchise, Tyronn Lue, who has a great record in elimination games. And we'll see what they do going forward. If the Clippers can beat the Nuggets, maybe they can, maybe they can't. I don't know. But JJ Redick is never going to coach anywhere else but the Lakers, and it'll last a couple more years, and he'll be out.
Well, your thoughts on JJ Redick aside, the fact is the reason the Lakers lost because their $50 million stars stunk it up.
Well,
they didn't carry. They didn't go Kawhi. They didn't go Brunson. They didn't do the things that superstars do.
Well, what we do unfairly to LeBron James, and I'm not sticking up for LeBron James in any way, shape, or form. I'll get on him in just a second, but we don't seem to factor in the fact that LeBron James is 40 years old and is not the same player that he once was. I mean, it's hard to hold. I mean, the guy's 40 years old, but we hold him accountable as if he's a 30-year-old, I think. Now, with that said, I was listening to one of the podcasts. I like when the former basketball players do podcasts. And I only catch clips of them, but because I'm not a big podcast. I'm not huge on the podcast listening, but anyway, there's a couple of them, and I don't know if this is a regular one, but it was Jeff Teague.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, who else is on that?
Former
one?
Hawk, Jeff Teague.
He's the bigger name.
He's the name,
and he'll have guests sometimes, but he's the name. He's a great storyteller.
Teague was a good player.
He's a great storyteller.
He
also though goes like the boys will talk. They don't talk like broadcasters.
Dude.
Right.
Is that fair to say?
They talk like podcasters.
Right.
Thank you. And so
have you ever heard Cam Newton's podcast? There you go.
And so they let the words flow, right?
Yes.
And so he was ripping LeBron like, man, and he goes, I love LeBron, all props in the world to him, but that bleepity bleep don't care anymore. That bleepity bleep's laughing during the game. He bleepity bleep, he knows they ain't no good. He bleepity bleep, he don't care. And,
talk about LeBron.
Yeah. And there was, and rightfully so, along what you're saying is, and then, but he also said, people don't realize he's 40, So.
I guess we don't realize he's 40, but if you would take anything, if I asked you to list the top 10 players in the NBA now, yesterday, before the playoffs, LeBron would have been in there.
Yes, he would.
So even if he's 40, the end of the day, LeBron and Luka didn't go,
Maybe his coach didn't do him any favors by playing him every single freaking second.
Yeah, he's LeBron James. If he wants to go out, he can. Yes. This is not a JJ Redick off the hook.
JJ Redick sucks.
The other side of it is, by the way, what I was saying was strictly the setup to what was ultimately a criticism. And then we just got sidetracked because you said, what do you mean, what should he have said?
Yeah.
The real reason was that. However, the reason he decided to go with was really, really dumb. You can't play the conditioning card in May. If you start the season out of shape, tired, overweight, you're 1-7, and you call out your guys for not being ready and in shape, they've been playing basketball all week, every week for 7 months. you didn't lose because of conditioning. There's no, you don't watch the Lakers and say, wow, look how fat and slow and tired they are. Maybe they're tired, to Dan's point, because you played them all 24 minutes last game in the second half. So, yeah, this is in no way, this is fair. NBA, more than any other sport, the stars will tell you it's all about them, and when they lose, it's not their fault. When they win, it's their gain. LeBron and Luka, a suck pill, 2 thumbs down to you two jokers not getting through one round of the playoffs. That's pitiful.
Yeah.
I don't care who it was against.
Yeah.
I don't care how good Minnesota is. You're the 3 seed. You have home court. You're LeBron and Luka. And for the rest of my life, I'm going to have to hear about how great y'all are. The rest of my life.
Yeah.
LeBron will go into the Hall. Luka will play his next 10 years. And I'll hear forever. And I'll remember watching you jackasses go 3 for 11 from the field in the fourth quarter of a 4-1 series loss. For LeBron, by the way. 4-0, 4-1, 4-1.
Yeah. Let's take a break. We'll come back with more catch-up break right here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. There's something special about radio play-by-play. Always has been. In Jacksonville, your place for play-by-play is 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, certainly facing some interesting economic times, right? The Dow is up, the Dow is down, the Dow is up, the Dow is down. We got tariffs. I don't understand all this stuff, but you know who does? ITP Partners. Why? Because they got experience, they got expertise, they got knowledge. I can call them and ask them anything, anytime. And that's why my money is in good hands with ITP Partners, man. That's Janice Cobb and Reed Wingate. That's Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman. That's Reagan Wright and Dan Abel. Those are the ITP Partners, man. And listen, we've had generations of Hickens invest with ITP Partners, and we appreciate them. And listen, we'll sit down. They'll sit down with you. They'll listen. You'll tell them what you want to accomplish, what your goals are, and their goals will become their priority. So it's a great time to get started. Get in the game right now. Chris at ITPPartners.com, Chris at ITPPartners.com, or call them 312-9751, 312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
Denny Thompson here. If you haven't heard, Tyson Sound & Security has a house built right inside their showroom, showcasing complete home automation and security systems. You have to see it to believe it. This setup can recognize intruders who approach your door and alerts them to leave if there's a break-in. Keep your family safe with the most state-of-the-art technology. Tyson Sound & Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
All right, gentlemen, we've trained for this. We've battled the elements. But if there's one thing we can't afford, it's letting the heat take us out before the big game.
But, Coach, the AC at my house is busted. I barely got any sleep last night.
Well, Johnson, you should have called Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. They're the real MVPs. Now let's cue the cool music.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. The coolest cats in town.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Soft takes are boring. That's why I dropped the hammer on the Frangie Show. I'm Hayes Carlion. Listen for Hammer Time with Hayes, weekday afternoons on 1010XL.
Driven by Southside Kia.
Fantastic news here due to overwhelming response. Beers Diamonds extending their amazing earring and bracelet sale for Mother's Day. Hicken here. So now through Mother's Day, you can still save up to 40% off diamond earrings and diamond tennis bracelets. It's Beard's most ambitious offer ever, and response has been incredible. The corporate-owned big box stores can't touch these prices. Beard's locally owned, man. Say hi to the Lupos when you go over there. The freedom to give you pricing you deserve, highest quality diamond jewelry. Celebrate the mothers in your life with something they'll appreciate for decades to come. They also have special pricing on other Mother's Day favorites, including colored gemstones, pearls, pendants, and fashion jewelry. Beard's Diamonds, your destination for making this Mother's Day truly special. Don't miss Beard's Diamonds' biggest sale ever. Up to 40% off Beard's already beatable value price. Now through Mother's Day at the Town Center. Only locally owned jeweler. It's Beard's Diamonds.
Join us at Miller Electric May 29th from 4 to 7 p.m. We're on the lookout for talented people, from entry-level to experienced electricians and foremen, security system installation and service technicians, fire alarm system service technicians, and both senior and junior VDV technicians. This is your chance to get hired on the spot. Meet the managers, indulge in delicious food, and snag some awesome giveaways. Don't miss out on this electrifying chance to power up your career. Miller Electric, May 29th, 4 to 7 p.m., 6805 South Point Parkway.
The aroma, flavor, the bliss. Nothing matches a great cigar, and now you can indulge yourself with My Father's Cigars. Come to Tobacco Cove on Saturday, May 3rd from 1 to 4 p.m. for an incredible cigar event featuring food, drinks, and specials on cigars. This is your chance to embrace the joy of My Father's Cigars at Tobacco Cove on Bay Meadows Road. More than a cigar store, it's an experience.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Meet our newest players. 1010XL Draft Profiles are brought to you by Wicca Candle Bar.
If speed was a need in Jacksonville, they revved up their engines when selecting Bashal Tootin in day 3 of the draft from Virginia Tech. Tootin ran a 4.340 at the combine, which would be marked as the fastest amongst the class. Many awe at his explosiveness despite his frame, as well as his potential to become a starting caliber running back with 3-down value.
It's not too late for a deep spring cleaning on your home. Give my friends at Zero Res a call. Mayhem. 3-room special starting at $149, plus the 4th room is free. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com and tell them 1010XL sent you.
Zero Res. 1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Few more of them? You want to run through a few more of them?
The whole list? It's like the McCarthy list going on right here, right now.
No, the mics weren't on.
Hey, let's do this.
Got him!
That music is perfect for a football fix. Brought to you this morning by the Jacksonville Sharks and the home course to join the Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. And I'll see you on the course, the home course, to join the Creek Golf Club. Sharks at home this weekend, by the way. You can go to jacksharks.com. I have a CBS Sports re-ranking the AFC now that the pieces have fallen into place through free agency and the draft. So ranking the AFC following the 2025 NFL draft. There are 16 teams in the AFC. We often will look at power polls. We love getting kind of hectic, but we look at the whole league and where do you fall in the 32? Where are the Jaguars going to fall in the 16? I need a number from you both.
Power poll. Where are the Jags?
Yeah. AFC Power Poll, 16 teams.
Top 16.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, all right, I'm working backwards here. 11.
Yeah, I was going to say 10.
Okay. Is that good enough? How many teams make the playoffs? 7?
No, that's not good enough.
7 make the playoffs?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
You have one?
Starting at number 16.
Okay.
I got the poll here.
Okay.
Tennessee Titans. That's good news. Their sacks are in our division.
Yep.
Number 15.
Okay.
The Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
I'm guessing if you're the second worst team in the in the conference, you should never trade away the rights to an athlete like Travis Hunter. I mean, I don't know what you think you're
Maybe
doing.
you shouldn't draft 2 quarterbacks either.
Number 14, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think, by the way, I think the Cleveland Browns, back to the Browns, and then we'll get to this debacle. I think the Cleveland Browns are tanking for next year.
Okay.
That's
get a
what
quarterback?
I think they're all about Arch.
James Gladstone has me excited about the Jaguars moving forward. They write, they traded up for the best player in the draft, selected a versatile DB, Caleb Branshaw, to Tulane, and picked one of the fastest running backs in the class with base Shul Tootin. If Trevor Lawrence can stay healthy and Hunter can live up to his Biletnikoff reputation, the Jaguars will definitely be better than 4-13 in 2025. That's really not the description of a terrible football team. So I guess the conference is just, I guess it's not fair to say we think we're better than anyone. We're 4-13 and picked 5th in the draft, so whatever.
Let me ask you a question.
The Jets 13, though?
Let me ask you a question.
Raiders 12?
This is the way I look at it.
Colts 11?
Let's do it the Dan way and get the true power ranking.
Okay.
Would the Jags beat the Jags and Bills? Who wins?
Bills.
Jags and Dolphins. Who wins?
Are we doing this like neutral field at home?
Yeah, you can tell you can just think of like Vegas odds.
Yeah, right. Okay, here's the reality right now is, in fairness, we can't go on, fairy dust.
Right.
And this is going to land at 3-12.
No, I don't think it is. But I want you to be honest.
Okay.
Jags and Dolphins.
I mean,
I'd say Dolphins.
I'd say Dolphins.
Yeah.
There's no way. We just played them last year and lost.
Correct.
They were in the playoffs and we stunk.
Jags and Patriots. I think we'd be fair.
Jags. Yeah, I'd take Jags.
Jags and Jets.
I'll take Jags.
Okay. Jags Ravens.
Ravens.
Jags Bengals.
Bengals.
Jags Browns.
Jags.
Okay. Jags Steelers. Okay. Texans.
No quarterback.
I don't care.
I don't care.
We got no team.
I mean, are you kidding me? I'm going to disqualify you if you don't stop. Jags and Texans.
Texans.
Jags and Colts.
Jags.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Jags and Titans.
Jags.
Okay. Jags and Broncos.
Broncos.
Jags and Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Jags and Raiders.
Jags.
Okay. Jags and Chargers.
Chargers.
Okay. So you have us better than 6 teams. So that would put us at
9.
And that's, I think, about that's how I would determine the power poll.
I think.
But we're more likely to lose to those 6 than we are to beat the ones that we're not favored.
Unless things are drastically different. And that's the one beautiful thing here about having a whole new regime, new coaches, new playbook, because you get tremendous turnaround only in those situations. You don't go from the same sad sack group of guys and suddenly turn good. Ask Gus Bradley or Jack Del Rio or Doug Marrone or anybody else.
Here's the issue. We're trying to work from the bottom up. We need to be figuring out how to beat Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson. That's who we need to be trying to figure out.
Well,
and by the way,
that's a defensive question, by the way.
And by the way, you know who's going to start moving up ahead of our guy here pretty quick if he starts off hot next year? Bo Nix is going to move ahead of our guy.
Yeah, right. Those are.
I mean, Justin Herbert will be ahead of our guy.
Well, he's been ahead of our guy.
Right. But these are, we need our guy.
Listen, our guys is every bit as good as any of these guys you're about to name in a game-to-game basis. There's no world where Bo Nix is better than Trevor.
Huh?
Yeah. Anyway.
There is one world, rookie year comparison.
Okay. Wide receiver, Hunter Renfrow, by the way, speaking of Trevor, a former Trevor guy, we learned it completely. It was kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Had a really good year with the Raiders, and then he was released, and he would spend an entire year out of football a year ago, and now we learned why.
Ulcerative colitis?
He went from 185 pounds to 150 pounds last year while being treated for ulcerative colitis, which played a big role in his decision to step away. There was a stretch when the newest member of the Carolina Panthers went through 7 days of 103-degree fever.
Oh, boy. God bless him.
So the 29-year-old obviously wondered if he'd ever play football again after a disappointing 22 and 23 seasons. He looked like he was getting ready to break out. He made the Pro Bowl in 2021, had 103 catches, 9 touchdowns. Wow. All right, that's Football Fix. We will come back. The 9 o'clock hour is on the way next. It's
Nasty Tommy.
Green for Life Friday.
When you're making plays on the field, doesn't matter. Are you going to go out there, take hits, deliver the ball, and win ball games for it?
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
It's your main man, E.T., and Monday is Cinco de Mayo at Twin Peaks with a costume party on May 5th. Specials on tequilas, cervezas, and even wine. And I'm hearing the servers are going to bring the spicy costumes, too. Twin Peaks for Cinco de Mayo, where the party gets spicy.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Happy Mother's Day.
I have cooked, cleaned, scrubbed.
If you'd like some help with Mother's Day gift ideas from Beard's Diamonds, Wicca Candle Bar, Small Cakes Jacks, and Jacksonville Flower Market, go to 1010XL.com.
You're a good one, aren't you?
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day, any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. Doc T said, Hick, I'm going into concierge medicine. I said, concierge medicine? What is that, Doc? He said, like, if you're not feeling well, you call me, you come in and see me right away. I said, oh, I like that. Sometimes, with doctors, we can get you in next week. Well, that's no good, right? Medical emergency, here's my personal phone number. Call me anytime, 24/7. I'll get right back to you. I need prescriptions filled. I call Michelle at Doc T's office. I get them that day. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. As far as doctors, I can vouch for Doc T. I've been with him for years, decades. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest, so you can do it all. Yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups. Doc T's got you covered. You got it? Questions? My PV Concierge is the place to go for answers. That's mypvconcierge.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I don't see how a new air conditioner is going to work out for me.
Well, you like air conditioning, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. But a new air conditioner could be expensive.
Well, not if you...
I mean, to save up the money, I probably have to give up my extra hot skim latte every morning. Now I fall asleep during a staff meeting, get volunteered for the summer picnic committee, and end up sitting in the dunk tank all afternoon getting water up my nose.
Okay, look at it this way. Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Bueller Air and Plumbing puts in a new AC. We hook you up with affordable financing, and you stay cool and comfortable for just $149 a month. Cool?
Cool. I see it now.
Life can be hard on your budget. If you suffer through the heat because of a broken AC you could totally afford to replace, you could visit.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece. Premium flooring. Take our advice. Home business, affordable price. Driveways, pool decks, garage doors, beautiful patios, and more to explore. Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece. You're shriveling up.
Baseball is back. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball at the newly renovated Five-Star Ballpark is your home for affordable family fun. Tickets start at just $5. Fireworks after every Friday home game and kids round the bases after Sunday games. Log on to jackshrimp.com for tickets and details. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, affordable family fun.
The Sawgrass Marriott Golf Resort and Spa is the perfect place for indulging in a pampering spa treatment. This Mother's Day season, give the gift of wellness with a gift card and take advantage of the spa's current promotion. Buy a $75 gift card or more and guests get a credit towards a future service. With healing massages, revitalizing facial treatments, and more, a day at the Sawgrass Spa makes a perfect gift for everyone. Purchase in person at Sawgrass Spa during operating hours.
Ackerman Cancer Center is celebrating a major milestone this month, treating their 3,000th patient with cutting-edge proton therapy. For excellence in cancer screening, diagnosis, and treatment, trust Ackerman Cancer Center. Learn more at ackermancancercenter.com.
Want a simple way to boost your company's image without a big renovation?
A fresh paint job in your brand's colors can increase recognition up to 80%. At Performance Painting, we help companies stand out with clean, on-brand finishes that impress clients and energize employees. From color consultations to low-odor coatings that won't disrupt operations, we've got you covered. Visit performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance painting.
4. Guys, want a golf course fairway quality lawn? TopDressing.com just landed in Jacksonville with the golf course secret for St. Augustine grass homeowners. A patented process that aerates and turns your turf into a fairway stunner. Serious golf course technology, but in your yard. Less water, tighter cuts, total neighborhood domination. No one else scores a perfect 10 lawn. Hit TopDressing.com now. You will own the block. Top dress your yard like the pros with TopDressing.com.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. In the last regular season series, the Florida Gators softball team dropped Game 1 against the number 1 ranked Oklahoma Sooners in Gainesville. 7 innings wasn't enough as the top 10 matchup was tied up 5-5 until the Sooners took the lead in the top of the 9th and eventually took the 6-5 win. The Gators will take the field tonight to try and even the series at 6. The North Florida baseball team will make their last weekend trip outside of the First Coast in the regular season to face Florida Gulf Coast in a 3-game weekend series. First pitch is tonight at 6:30. Florida Gators baseball team are on the road this weekend up in South Carolina, taking on the Gamecocks for an SEC weekend series. The first game will be tonight at 7, following Game 2 tomorrow at 4, concluding with Game 3 Sunday at 1:30. Catch Gator baseball all weekend long on 10:10 a.m. It's 76 degrees at 9:02. Time in temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, get it right. Get it right, fellas.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been when it's right, why wait until the middle of a cold, dark night? When everything's a little bit with the light of day. And we know the night is always gonna be here anyway. Take it in! Hit it, E.T. You're looking at my appetite.
Gonna grab.
Yeah, that's where it is. All right, I got a quick game. I got a quick game for y'all. You ready?
Skyrockets in flight, baby.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get y'all right real quick. 1 second.
Duval. Thank you.
Yeah,
So that's the battle cry, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're
It's
wondering.
going to take us over the top and get us out of that number 11 power rankings in the AFC.
All right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna play a little game here. First to 3 wins. It's you two against each other.
Oh, that's fun.
yeah.
Do I have to hit a buzzer?
You don't have to hit a buzzer. You're gonna go in turn. I'm gonna give ET one, and then I'll give you one. Okay? It's a real simple game. I'm gonna give you 2 choices. Okay? You're gonna have to give me movie or racehorse. Am I giving you the name of a hit movie title or a horse in tomorrow's Kentucky Derby?
All right.
All right. You ready?
Ready.
Let's go.
Who's first?
I'll let the senior citizen go first.
Oh, senior citizen goes first. Okay. Which of these 2, is this a thriller movie or is it a Kentucky Derby horse?
All right, I'm ready.
Domestic product.
Domestic product. Domestic product.
Domestic product.
Sounds like a horse to me.
It does?
Yeah.
It is a horse. It'll go off from the 15th gate at 30-1. Yeah. All right. E, are you ready?
By the way, I could not tell you one horse's name for tomorrow's Run for the Roses.
Oh, no. Okay.
Not a one.
E?
Me too.
E, which of these, is this a horse or a river?
Okay.
Good time.
Good time. Good time.
Is it a movie or a horse in tomorrow's Kentucky Derby?
Is it a movie, a horse, or a river?
You said river.
That's a horse or a movie. What am I saying?
All right,
Good time. Yeah, not river. I'm stupid. I must have been looking at something that said river.
All right, cool.
No, we're going to a next one.
All right, bet.
It was a movie.
It was a movie.
Woo, good. Woo.
You were going to say horse.
I was going to say
Good
horse.
time, anytime you need a payment.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Is this A horse or a movie?
All right.
A Horse in Tomorrow's Kentucky Derby or a movie? Nightcrawler.
Oh, yeah, that's a movie.
That's a movie. It's 1-1.
Yes, sir.
All right, Dan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Is this a movie or a horse?
Yeah.
Society Man.
Society Man.
Movie or horse?
That's a movie.
Yeah, that's a horse. Society Man will go up.
Got him.
50 to 1.
Damn you, Society
All right,
Man.
E.T., I have one for you here.
Let's go.
Is this a horse or is this a movie? Common Defense. Thriller movie or Kentucky Derby horse?
Oh,
Common Defense.
Common Defense.
Yes.
That's a. I think I've seen. That's a movie, man.
Yeah, no, that's going out 50 to 1. Game number 22.
Stay tied. Be cried.
Common Defense will be in tomorrow's.
One more.
All right. Movie or horse?
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
West Saratoga.
West Saratoga. That's a horse.
At 30 to 1, that's a horse.
All right.
Yeah, for the win.
Let me tie it up.
That's it. Tie it up or die. E.
All right, E.
Tie it up or die.
I mean, I don't know if we got to go death per se.
That's it. It's a death match.
All right.
Round 5.
All right. Is this
Prepared to die.
Is this a thriller film? Or is this a horse in the Kentucky Derby?
All right.
Yeah, on a horse with no name.
Bloodshot.
Nah, they're not going to name no horse Bloodshot. That's a movie.
That is a movie.
Yes, sir!
You gave it to him. That's a layup.
All right. What about this? Movie or horse? Mystic Dan.
Yeah.
Huh? Mystic Dan.
I love that.
Horse or movie? It's one of the two.
I hope it's a horse.
It's a horse.
Yeah, it's a horse.
Horse is a horse, of course. I couldn't give you that one. I kind of had more fun, but like my computer glitched and half of the field is covered up. So we did the best as we could. The bigger point here is the Kentucky freaking Derby was at one point a crown jewel on the American sports calendar. It was.
I remember.
And it'll get really popular for about 25 minutes tomorrow. Thanks to social media, you guys will all be getting your alerts, Kentucky Derby runs. But, I mean, to not even know when the pole position draw is, to not even know one single horse in the field, to have not kept up. Before I told you the ones I just did, can either one of you have told me a horse in the Derby?
No.
Have you worked TV, Dan, and had to do it?
I can't tell you one horse in the Derby.
Yeah, not one. So the favorite at 3 to 1, we have no idea, do we?
No, not a one.
Fierceness is the favorite at 3 to 1. Sierra Leone is the second favorite at 7 to 2. Oh my gosh, this is one of the worst websites. You know those websites that throws a pop-up on top of a pop-up?
Yes.
And then layers it with a pop-up? Yeah, horseRacingNation.com. Somebody hack them and give them malware so that they can never, ever, ever, ever assault you with a web page again. Forever Young, by the way. Forever Young, I think, is both a movie and a horse. I could have really done
that one.
I could have got dirty there.
That would have been a good one.
HorseRacingNation.com/news. They can go to hockey sticks.
I'm looking at one of these cats on ESPN has written an article on the 2025 NFL Rookie of the Year predictions, ranking the candidates. And it's nice to be in the mix with a special player. He's not number one because he's not playing. And obviously, I would think Cam Ward would be the favorite.
I would think it'd be Genty.
Well, I would think it'd be the quarterback, but either or.
He's just prone to have a upside down season.
Yeah.
Genty will get his.
Yeah. Anyway, let me see what he has here. Our starting points.
You know, this could happen too. This kind of happened to Travis Hunter last year in that he didn't win the Thorpe Award, which is silly.
Right.
But this could happen. He could be the best rookie in the league and win neither the offensive rookie of the year or the defensive rookie of the year because he's playing both. You could have Abdul Carter get 13 sacks, be the defensive rookie of the year. You could have Genty or one of the other offensive players have an unbelievable year, and you might be the best overall, but neither individually.
Yeah. This guy says has a Cam Ward, Ashton Genty, Tet McMillan, Tyler Shaw, Travis Hunter 5th, Matthew Golden, Amika Ibuka, Jackson Dart 8th. That's what he has for Offensive Rookie of the Year. So that's how he's looking at it. Oh, his final list. He has. I'm sorry. Here's his final list: Cam Ward, Ashton Genty, Omarion Hampton, Tet McMillan, Tyler Shout, Travis Hunter, 6th. So, yeah.
From the text line, Design My Lifetime Enclosures. In many ways, this is perfect because it just really reiterates the bit. Apparently, I was reading the horses from 2022.
Oh, my God.
Hey, man, if you Google Kentucky Derby lineup and odds, 2022 should not pop up.
It should not pop
I'm
up
sorry.
first.
I mean, I shouldn't have to.
You're blaming somebody else for your
I'm not
mistake.
blaming anyone.
That's a huge.
I said
I'm glad
if
you admitted it.
if you hit Kentucky Derby odds,
Kentucky Derby 2025.
What year are we in, Dan? Why would it go to 2022 random? Whatever.
That's how it works. 2025 Kentucky Derby prediction.
Guess what, gang? We're not going to play again. But yeah, if you're looking for fierceness to be the favorite tomorrow, you're going to have a tough time.
Jeff gave out another lock. He said, "Bet fierceness."
Yeah, I did not. I did no such thing. Citizen Bull is 20-1. No Chaos is, or is that Naquas is 30-1, and Final Gambit is 30-1.
Journalism is 3-1.
Rodriguez
Sovereignty is 5-1, and Sandman is 6-1. Sandman.
Journalism being the favorite makes this somewhat of like some sort of like parody.
Yeah, journalism.
Yeah, journalism is not the odds-on favorite to do anything right. It's an abject failure.
Is some journalist own journalism?
I don't know.
Probably Jokic.
Yeah.
Flying Mohawk. I think I'll be going for that one. The Flying Mohawk.
I like American Promise.
If I had to go with any of these, I damn sure would not go with my previous profession, journalism. No, I would go with.
We got 21 horses.
Chunk of Gold's a pretty good one.
We got some great names, by the way.
Sandman. I feel like there's been a Sandman before.
Tis-tastic. Tis-tastic.
Is there any? Are you allowed to
Grande.
recycle names, or is every single horse in the Kentucky Derby been a unique name?
I think they're unique.
Like you can't have a horse that was the same name in 1974. Do you think?
I guarantee the name of this horse. I know who the owner is. Rodriguez.
Alex.
You got to be. He has a centaur in his lobby.
He does have a centaur.
Citizen Bull. Admire Daytona. Journalism.
Probably from down here in the Florida.
East Avenue.
Chunk of Gold.
Yeah, we got some good names,
I
man.
like that.
We got some good names, man. Like to see old journalism get it, bring it home.
There's a journalism and there's a publisher.
Yeah, there's a publisher too. Named by co-owner Aaron Wellman, who was once the sports editor of his high school newspaper in Beverly Hills. Journalism enters the 2025 as the clear favorite. Fastest horse. First in the Santa Anita Derby.
Oh, there you go. I mean, Santa Anita makes you the favorite. We're going to the analytics now.
Oh, career record, 5 starts, 4 wins, and 1/3.
Yeah.
Journalism's a winner.
You would think.
Might want to run with
journalism is fake news, though. So those headlines I can't really, trust.
Yeah.
I mean, is journalism itself reporting that it's won for the first 5? Journalism reports.
Journalism.
We've won 3 of the first 4.
Who did you like, E? Who was your favorite?
Chunk of Gold.
Chunk of Gold. Let me tell you about Chunk of Gold.
And then I'm going to pick one. I'll pick one here. Let me pick one. Give me the numbers, the names here.
Chunk of Gold is...
And we're just doing this by the name?
Yeah, the name. Favorite name.
Did you pick one already?
I took journalism.
You took
What the
journalism.
hell do you think I do for a living, buddy?
Not journalism. That's for sure.
Chunk of Gold is cheap. Bought at an auction for $2,500 2 years ago. Chunk of Gold has already shattered expectations in his short career. On Saturday, this horse from humble beginnings will attempt to cap off the ultimate underdog story. He is only made $348,000, but Chunk of Gold is not he was second in the Louisiana Derby, though. Second in the Louisiana Derby.
No,
Chunk of Gold. He's 30-1.
Yeah, they ain't going to cut it.
That's who you got. You got Chunk of Gold.
Hey.
Who do you got, Pross?
All right, I'm trying to not let the odds. I'm just trying to really just grab, see what can grab me just by the title.
Yeah, I need a title.
So
I need one.
I'm going to go with, because it's one of my favorite intro songs in the history of the drill. I'm going to go with Sandman.
Sandman.
Yeah, which I'm going to put the field to sleep.
E, can you give me a little Sandman, please?
Sandman, now I see, is one of the better options. So I'm going to have a lot better chance than Chunk of Gold, at least according to the handicap.
Better come out tomorrow
Sandman.
like this.
Yeah, that'd be badass. That's right. Not the do
Horse looking around.
Yeah, there's
Horse
two ways.
looking around tomorrow.
Yeah, like a boss, Sandman. I want him coming out like a boss. See, no glue for you. Sandman's riding to victory. We're going Sandman hard.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about Sandman?
No Kentucky Derby horse is more destined to be a star than Sandman.
Oh, hell yeah, I picked a star.
With his gray, almost white coat, catchy name, this late-running sensation already has built up a big fan base. But he could take it to another level of stardom if Sandman were to enter the winner's circle.
Yeah! So here's what we do.
Sandman won the Arkansas Derby. He's got 8 starts with 3 wins.
Okay. I think we put us a little box trifecta. I don't know if you call it that, and is it exacta? Is that what it is in horse racing? We take the 3 we just picked based on names. We box Sandman, who did you say? Journalism and Chunk of Gold. Those 3, and if they're first 3 in any order, we're rich.
Rich.
I can get you that $50K you've been begging me for.
Wish you give it to me.
I hope everything's okay with you, but I don't have that kind of money to throw around. You know,
I needed $50K.
I crowdfunded here, and nobody's willing to pitch in. They say that you, quote, make enough. This is The Drill. It's a GFL Friday.
Ridiculous.
We're back with more next.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Injecting Duval with your daily dose of insightful sports talk.
It's called radio.
1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Jacksonville, it's Hicken here. I got a game changer, man. I've tested the field. And, gang, I got Checkmate Coatings, my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results. Patios, driveways, garages, pool decks, and more. Stronger than epoxy. Brendan's the owner. Great guy. Jacksonville guy, man. He's making it happen with Checkmate Coatings, man. You need to check him out at checkmatecoatings.com. Our true Jacksonville crew keeps prices low. There's no massive overhead. And, man, they can do it all for you. They can make your house so much better. Check them out at checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Life happens every day, and sometimes it gets in the way. That's why 1010XL makes it easy to listen to your favorites. If you missed it, get it on demand.
At 1010XL.com.
Channeled by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Dailies Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Dailies is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Catch Gators baseball all season long on 1010XL. Pitched by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. And Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
Summer in Jacksonville is coming in hot. Lauren Brooks here. Beat the heat with Turbo Tint. Their window tint blocks up to 99% of harmful UV rays and keeps your ride cool and comfortable. Book today at orangepark.turbotint.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Gold all in my chain. Gold all in my ring.
You know, it's sometimes the sum of the parts don't equal the total, if you know what I mean. Like, I look at the Jaguars, and I think most people have judged the offseason to not be all that big, all that impactful. Do y'all feel that? Like, we haven't jumped like some 10 spots in the power rankings that we talked about. We're not getting great free agency grades. Our draft is being graded now that everything's settled, kind of middle of the pack. We do have one superstar. But as for an off-season grade, the Jags grade hadn't been something crazy, outstanding. I'm looking here at CBS Sports. They're grading off seasons by divisions. The Houston's got a B. The Texans got a B minus. Indianapolis a C minus. Jags do get a B there, the best off season grade in the division, so that'll help. I don't know if we're properly noticing.
Yes.
I think how much we really have changed our opinion on a couple of things. So let me ask you something real quick. If you could take yourself back to the end of the season.
Okay.
And think about the receiving core. And think about the receiving core even after free agency. There was a thought, and I think we even had conversations like bottom 5 in the league.
100%.
It feels like the Travis Hunter selection and just shuffling guys down and giving yourself a potential to have one of the best pairings in the NFL, top 3 or 5. I feel like receiver has gone from a position of weakness to a position of strength.
100%.
Okay. If nothing else, unless you have another area of your team that completely tanks and goes the opposite direction,
right?
That's an A+ off season. You've taken your weakest unit or one of your weakest and made it a strength. Now let me go to another. I'm going to throw these names at you. Tyson Campbell, Ronald Darby, DeAndre Prince, Monteric Brown, Andre Sisco, and then Johnson and Savage. Okay. Well, and now I'm going to give you Tyson Campbell, Jordan Davis, Travis Hunter,
Jordan Lewis.
Travis Hunter, Jarian Jones, Eric Murray, Savage, Antonio Johnson, don't you feel like the secondary is also better than when we started the offseason? You got Travis Hunter. It has to be better, no?
Yeah, mainly because of him. And then I'm intrigued with the third-round pick from Tulane.
That's another one. I haven't even mentioned him.
Yeah.
I think that guy has
And he's
a chance.
versatile. He
But
can play
again, I'm
both.
not willing to, but is it better? Yeah, it should be better.
I mean, just go from Darby and, it feels better. So anyway, those are two. Now, and then I thought about it one more thing. And you know why both of those statements are true? Because of the one draft pick, Travis Hunter.
Right.
You think that about the receiving unit, and so, by the way, by process, it'll also take you to this. Travis Hunter needs to play both ways, or we're not getting the improvement that we're hoping for. Those two areas don't become this massive room, this massive area or example of improvement if he's not playing half the snaps on defense. And I got one more ceremonial that I'm going to ask for, the Bronny treatment. I want in the first game, he has earned the right and the distinction to when the first game starts, I want to trot him out there in some form or fashion as a defensive starter. I want his career to start in the starting lineup, both offense and defense.
I gotta
That's a little thing. It's not gonna.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't.
The stadium's gonna be full of 12 jerseys.
No matter if that would have been the plan, even if he plays the plan, you bring him out.
Right.
I want him to start his career. Who's the last guy in the NFL to start on both offense and defense? Probably not very many.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Murph has texted in, Flying Mohawk is Jay Worth's horse.
Okay, so I definitely don't want him to win. Yeah,
that's who he wants to win.
Yeah, I don't need a Nat and a Philly coming in first. That's that you just put the negative karma from at least this guy.
No.
When it comes to
Come
that.
on.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting.
I thought it was interesting when Jason Worth at the end of his career suddenly decided he couldn't hit anymore and swung and missed every time.
I love the guys. We had I think some of my fraternity brothers bought a horse one time, got into that horse game. They all ponied up together, pun intended.
Was it Smarty Jones the one that was
Smarty
cheap and won?
Jones?
Is that the one?
A bunch of dudes.
A group of dudes just bought it for like $8,000.
The horse took off.
Yeah. Who was this story? I want to know exactly who it was. That may not have been. It feels like it was Smarty, but there was one. It was in the last 20 years or so.
Oh yeah.
The group of guys like fraternity brothers or old high school friends or something, they got together and they bought a racehorse. And sure as sugar,
it raced in the dirt.
It ended up winning the Kentucky Derby, and they didn't buy it for like $2 million. They bought it for $40,000 or something.
Here's one. I guess it happens. I'm looking at this one story. I just clicked on it.
I'll recognize the name if it's not Smarty Jones.
But I don't think this is it. Hold on, stand by. It's the Louisville Courier Journal, and it's taking some time to spit out the story.
Yeah, that'll happen.
But the headline said, how 5 Theta Delta Chi brothers made Kentucky Derby. That's 10 years after meeting at Brown University,
Yeah.
5 Theta Delta Chi brothers own Hot Rod Charlie. Wasn't Hot Rod Charlie.
Yeah. I remember one of them, they won.
This is in 2021.
No, this was the one I'm thinking of was before that. But to your point, there have been a number of
guess there have been
groups of guys from either coworkers or fraternity brothers or old high school classmates.
Why don't we buy a horse?
Okay.
See how he does.
I'm going to need you to. Can you loan me some money?
Me, you, and he will go hang out at the Derby.
I'd love to go to the Derby.
I know that would a Derby be right up your alley there, E.
You're missing out on the Derby, E.
I mean, just for the outfitting alone, just for the attire, you'd have fun.
Yes, sir.
I'd venture to say that if he did go to the Derby, I'm not sure he'd see any of the horse race.
No. No.
I would try to see like that last leg.
And the clothing, I mean, it would be.
Oh yeah.
You would have to go out and spend some serious coin just for that seersucker suit
Real
you're going to wear.
Debonair.
Yeah. Today's Shazam Spotlight is a little bit different.
Okay.
It's hard for the ultra talented but even more confident NBA player pool to say something that will make you think, well, that's a little aggressive when it comes to self-identifying their talent. There's not an athlete in the world that'll tell you how great they are like an NBA player. The dude sitting 12th on the T-Wolves bench tonight thinks he's the best player in the world.
For sure.
And you have to have that a little bit, but I feel like that's NBA more than any other sport. So the Shazam Spotlight today just points out the crazy extremes that this mentality, especially when publicly stated, this tells you how crazy a world of non-self-awareness we live in when it comes to our athletes. Yeah, after the Pistons were eliminated last night,
right,
against the New York Knicks, big shot by Jalen Brunson late there, three-pointer to win the game.
Bang! Bang!
They did it the second time the playoffs have ended already this postseason with a sure-handed player just fumbling an easy pass out of bounds. Last night it was Malik Beasley. So with the team down 3 and Detroit having a chance, you should have fouled, by the way. I don't know what y'all were doing.
I don't know.
Detroit was going to have an open look for 3. The pass from Cunningham to Beasley, I guess he took his eye off, looked at the basket, but it just hit him right in the hands and just fumbled right out of bounds. But that's not the Shazam spotlight. That doesn't have anything to do with the supreme, ultimate, and sometimes irrational confidence. Well, here's what Malik Beasley said after the game, Dan.
Okay. Malik Beasley.
Identify.
Tell me about Malik Beasley a little bit.
Malik Beasley is a Florida State grad.
Okay.
Yeah, he played for the Noles. He had issues with either.
Did he run around with
some sort of love triangle, gunplay? Yeah. He got suspended maybe for a while, but broke into a house. Something weird when he was with the T-Wolves.
Was he ever with Mrs. Pippen?
One of those. I don't know who was with who, but I don't keep up with that like y'all do.
Oh,
but
here we go. Malik Beasley's love triangle. This is the most important. Forget all. I don't care a damn thing about it.
I said love triangle. I covered it.
Oh, you got it. No, this is much better. Involved him, his wife, Montana Yao, and Larsa Pippen.
Oh, dear.
It sparked when Beasley was photographed with Pippen, who was the ex-wife of Scotty, while he was still married to Montana. This led to Montana filing for divorce. Beasley has since moved on. He's now dating Natalia Garabato.
It's Larsa Pippen, and with all due honesty, to the point of just give it a crown and make it a badge of honor at this point. The biggest wag here.
She got it.
Going.
She got it.
I mean, she is the biggest face on Attack Your Watch of any wives and girlfriends of athletes. She just flat out. It's like prostitution without without having to pay, is what it feels like with Larsa Pippen.
She come with a check.
Yeah.
No, you got to pay.
You definitely.
But not to somebody wearing a feather in his cap, at least. You see what I feel?
I feel what
this girl has thrown down with literally everybody walking the planet.
Natalia Garabato is a Brazilian model.
I've heard of her, by the way.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I have.
That's the Google.
Before. Anyway, let's go back to the Shazam
is there a
spotlight.
point? I'm sorry. Yes.
Well, again,
I get caught up in the triangle.
Well, I mean, the triangle.
I love the triangle.
The problem with the triangle is it's like 5 years old. That story. That's the problem with the triangle.
But you said there's something, so I had to go see what it was.
Well, it was exactly what I said. It was an unseemly triangle. Anyway,
2021.
Here's what this guy said after the game last night. God bless the confidence.
Yeah.
It's been us against the world, our team, for us to stay together, for us to build on it. I think, obviously, the pain hurts. Asur Thompson was ticked about the 3. He's the best defender in the world, and he felt like he should have gotten a stop in the possession.
He didn't.
I'm the best shooter in the world, and I feel like I should have gotten a shot off on that last possession. My man Malik Beasley, after the game last night, told us that he's the best shooter in the world. I didn't know. I watched some hoops.
I didn't know either.
I didn't know you were the best shooter in the world.
16 points a game in the regular season.
41% shooting from 3. He's a real good shooter.
Real good,
but the best shooter in the world is maybe just a tad aggressive.
Well, let me just put it this way. If he was the best shooter in the world, I don't think he would have been on 5 different teams in the last 5 years.
Yeah, Steph hasn't moved around like that, has he?
Yeah, and Wardell has not.
Even Clay only got moved once.
Yeah. Right.
Well, give me Malik Beasley's career 3. Are you looking at his stats?
Yeah.
What's his career 3-point percentage?
39.1.
That's really good. Yeah. I bet you in his time that 39.1 with a minimum shots is going to be top 3 or 5. Which is surprising me. So maybe he's right. He just let me know he's a better. Hey, he should have said, instead of I'm the best shooter in the world, he should have said, and I'm a lot better shooter than any of you guys even know.
You're right.
That's what he should have said.
Or the best shooter on the floor.
Yeah, we could have looked it up and said, well, he is a pretty good shooter.
T-Wolves, Utah, Lakers, Milwaukee, and Detroit.
Hey, Lakers. I mean, at what point ever do you get it right? I mean,
drafted by Denver.
We got Luka.
Yeah, you got Luka. That so far that's
it ain't really worked.
Yeah, I was going to say so far that's got you a first round playoff loss. The last 3 years, 3 years ago, the Lakers did lose in the Western Conference Finals, but don't get too excited. They got swept. And then the last 2 years, Los Angeles Lakers basketball, they've lost 4-1, 4-1 in round 1. Oof.
Yeah. We got to take a break. Make the turn for home next right here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Jacksonville Sports Radio.
What is this place? This is 1010XL.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal conditions.
Want to support a locally and veteran-owned company? If you need a new AC, we should be your first and only call. Ideal Conditions keeps you cool. Just ask your AC. Call 904-500-COOL or visit idealconditionsjacks.com.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal conditions.
Idealconditionsjacks.com.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology, man. May is Skin Cancer and Melanoma Awareness Month, and nobody wants you to be more aware of taking care of your skin than our friends at Beaches Dermatology. That's Drs. Boudreaux, Drs. Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery, the staff over at Solano Road. I love them. They're great, but they have Fernandina Beach, Atlantic Beach offices, man. Listen, the importance of getting your skin exam, it's a big deal, right? I've had a couple basal cells removed through the Mohs surgery, so I go every 6 months, just get checked out, get a clean bill, off I go, I keep going. Take care of your skin, man. When you're outside in the Sunshine State, man, protect your skin. Wear a hat, wear a long sleeve dry fit, Put on the sunscreen if you have to. And during the month of May, right, Melanoma Monday coming up this May 5th, by the way. Cosmetic specials, perfect gifts for Mother's Day. Springtime skin checks and cancer awareness. Make an appointment if you need to at beachesdermatology.com.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at hodgesmazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Hey, I've got that craving again. How about some Mr. Chubby's wings?
Have you had the Chubby style wings? Grilled to perfection with Chubby's secret seasoning.
You know I have. They are so delicious. I swear you can't find anywhere in town with better wings and better prices on drinks.
So many different specials each night, too. Well, I'm ready to chub it up again.
Me too.
See all their specials at MrChubby'sWings.com. Locations on Fleming Island, the West Side, and now Ponte Vedra Beach. Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 2nd, 1968, in the NBA Finals, the Boston Celtics defeat the Los Angeles Lakers 4-2, winning their 10th NBA championship.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Free Comic Book Day. Hey, I'm Ben Kay, owner of Gotham City Limit, your local comic shop, inviting you to the Community Party of the Year, Saturday, May 3rd. Free comics, free food, huge discounts, and more. Let's take Free Comic Book Day to the limit, Gotham City Limit.
1010XL Draft Profiles are brought to you by River City Screens.
The Teal and Black looked to make a statement in round 1 of the draft, and they wouldn't disappoint as he traded up to secure the number 2 pick, selecting Travis Hunter of Colorado, a two-way star unlike anything the NFL has seen in the modern era, viewed as both the best corner and receiver in the draft class. James Gladstone has excited the squad and fan base with his selection, feeling that Hunter won't only alter the team, but the entire sport as we know it.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
What is the most populated city in the world? The answer next.
When you file a claim with Southern Oak Insurance, we schedule one of our trusted vendors to work directly with you, which means a faster claim resolution. Find out more at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
With a population of an astounding 37.7 million people, Tokyo, Japan is the most populated city in the world.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, time to cool down from a busy day. Lots of things happening. The NBA playoffs are rolling. Jags are ranked low in the power rankings. I don't know. We got certain dates for Jaguar workouts and OTAs and mini camps and rookie mini camps, etc. A lot of stuff coming up, man. Be a good May.
All right, well, I got a couple of things that I'm going to
Juan Soto hit 2 home runs on May 1st, so he's projected to hit 60 this month.
I don't know. He's up to 3 for the year now. I was surprised that number.
That's not
he hadn't
true.
homer,
That's
huh?
a lie.
Is he hit, or is it 3 at home?
He has 5.
Oh, 3 at New York.
Also incorrect.
Your beef is with SportsCenter then, friend. Because
They got it all wrong.
He definitely has 3 either at home or on the year. That I'm positive. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm closing on a couple things. I gave you guys free money today. I had to do it often. There's not many radio hosts in the country that are willing to expose themselves like I am. But along the lines of the Alabama over and the other one that I can't remember what it was. Oh, the Bray. I mean, I've given like 3 of them, dude. Here's number 4. You can still get him at 2.5 to 1. Scotty Scheffler to win the CJ Cup. Byron Nelson. The reason I say it, he has a 2-shot lead after round 1. It's kind of a slow start. He's even par through 4, but he still has a 2-shot lead. And he's just got a bunch of Corn Ferry dudes chasing. Just a bunch of guys. You could add up the 20 guys behind him, and you could total all of their PGA Tour titles, and it won't equal Scheffler. So there's that. And then I will also offer this up. If you are taking the trajectory of the Braves season based on how little I've talked about them, that's probably a pretty good start. But it's safe to take a peek. After an 0-7 start, the Braves were a couple under 500, and those hated Dodgers come to town this weekend. So there's that.
Got that going for us.
Sure.
Got that going for us. You ready to do some Dear Drill?
Yes.
I am too.
I've decided, E.T., that
actual letters
going to come a little kinder. They know how vitrolic we are, but I don't. These questions are. I feel sorry. I don't like to call our audience pathetic. Some of these questions are pathetic-y. I mean, grow up, Guggen Nation. All right. Anyway, that was kind of mean right off the bat. I'm trying not to do that. Go ahead, Dan.
Dear Drill.
Okay.
I'm a 20-year-old college student. I never thought I'd be writing to the drill, but.
Okay. I don't like the look he's giving me, E.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
My freshman year, I joined the college Republicans on my campus.
Okay.
I got to a big public college.
Got a what?
In the capital of a small southern state on the Atlantic coast.
Well, just tell us where it is.
Let me tell you, we can have some fun parties.
Okay. So you go to
One day.
So you go to South Carolina.
I learned that my candidate was coming to campus to hold a rally. There were several people running for the nomination, but I have to admit I chose mine because she was smoking hot. Why vote for a boring white guy when you can cast your ballot for a sexy brunette with a dynamite?
Okay. All right.
Of course, I volunteered to help set up the stage.
My man's making a play.
And I haven't scored by getting the right to be one of the people standing behind her during the speech.
Who's the hottie?
The big day arrived, and a small group of us were there to greet her as her car pulled up.
Hey, E.T., the political cycle came and went. I missed the hottie. Who was the hottie?
Feeling daring, I opened the door for her and even offered my hand for her as she stepped out. Imagine my delight when she took it. Her warm fingers wrapped around.
What in the hell? Is this penthouse letters? Is this real? What is this?
Why, thank you, young man. She purred with her delicious southern accent.
This isn't real.
Purred.
This is not a letter
I
to
blushed.
us. What are we getting here? Are
Hoping
you
she
reading
could
us a Hustler magazine?
Physical reaction.
What are you, Chester the molester? What's wrong with you?
We went to the rally site and had to sit through several boring introductory speeches.
I can't believe this happened to me.
I never took my eyes off her.
What is the question?
Just read the letter.
Why? Do we not have a gatekeeper anymore? This letter's longer than the A block.
Oh, my God. I guess I'll...
I mean, what is the point of the letter, bro?
Her campaign manager said they were going to a bar next door afterwards. I've skipped ahead a few paragraphs.
Good Lord, dude. Get to the question.
But my beautiful candidate told me she was tired and would be returning to their hotel. Turning to me, she asked if I would escort her back on her 3-block walk. Of course, I said yes.
There aren't many questions here. We got all answers from my man to this point.
Sound like my dog winning.
Yeah.
We reached the door, and I was sorry that my dream night was at an end. Feeling very nervous, she asked me if I would like to come in. I did so, and then she surprised me by throwing me up against the wall and kissing.
Somebody has pranked us. This is not Penthouse Forum. This is Dear Drill. What are we doing?
Dear Drill.
This is not Dear Drill.
Do you want me to go on or not?
This is about, I can't believe it happened to me. It was a warm night in June.
I even got a Kenny G going.
I've heard my neighbors swim, but I never actually looked over the fence. Imagine my surprise when she was naked.
Soon she was on top of me, guiding my vote into the ballot box.
What is he doing?
Wow.
This isn't Dear Drill. He's turned us into a smut show. We are. We're like the flop house of morning radio.
It's 9 o'clock now.
Hypodermic needles.
I just read the letters.
Like pornographic magazine covers. Old Milwaukee cans. And they're not even a normal ounce. It's like a 20 ounce. We can't even go with like anything on brand.
E, there's only one thing to do.
You have sullied us.
There's only one thing to do, E. Get us out of here.
The 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
I never thought I'd be reading this. I never thought I'd write this letter to the drill.
It says right there, Dear
Thank you.
Drill.
Thank you.
What are you
Thank you,
going to do?
Mike. I don't know what to do.
You read the letters.
I read them. I don't judge them.
No, I thought for a minute you were reading Steve Smith's text messages. But, that's a whole other story.
By the way, E, before we go and before Mike talks about his show, can you give me a double banger one more time before we get out of here?
I don't even got it
One
up, bro.
time.
Oh, you don't have a double banger?
For the front row. Let's go.
Give him a double banger,
Come on.
man.
Bang, bang.
Give him a little banger.
Bang, bang.
Give me a double banger.
Let's go.
It's coming.
Come on, E.
Come on, E.
It's coming.
You're the Mike Breen right here.
Here, this is for you, Mike.
Down to 12 seconds.
Down to 12. No worries.
Holding.
Down to about 4.
Knicks trying to wait till the end. Brunson puts up a 3. Bang! Bang!
It's a double
You always
banger.
get the double bang. Hick.
Double banger.
Sometimes you got to get a bang bang.
I gotta love that.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
We've gone as far as we're going to go, but
Yeah,
I'm great.
I know.
That's all right. That's okay. You know
It's
what?
all
If
right.
we lose to Boston, we lose to Boston.
you
You know,
know.
I will give them our best shot. But
Yes.
they are much better than us based on the regular season. What can I tell you?
We'll find out. But, yeah, I think it's more like are we going to win a game or two than are we going to win 4.
I really thought Detroit was a bad matchup for the Knicks.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy
tough.
that it was a tough series. You know, at least we're not like the Lakers.
That's right.
For sakes. Come on.
Yeah. Got through there.
Pride.
For people that want the rest of the letter, go to the Jiffy store. Those magazines behind the corner that have those black bands across them. Ask for one of those.
Did they want the rest? They wanted the rest?
No, they don't want the rest.
They still got those at the Jiffy stores?
I don't know.
Dylan
just informed me this morning there's no school books anymore, by the way.
Really?
So, yeah. We're talking about somebody who, I said, is this guy working in where they keep all the school books? And he goes, no, school books anymore, dog.
No books.
I'm like, all right, dog. I don't know what's going on anymore, man. My kid's out of school.
I know. What do you got cooking today on a Friday?
Oh, we've got so much cooking today.
You got Tommy coming in?
We're going to bang it.
Double banger.
We'll double bang it.
I like that.
Tommy will come in, and today's question of the day is Trevor Lawrence expectations. Now that
it's time.
You got a new weapon.
Yeah.
You got a hopefully improved offensive line. Oh, by the way, offensive-minded coach and a new coaching staff. So what are you expecting out of 16 this year?
Pressure goes to him now. It might be off him right now. It might be
We need
not
Jalen Brunson to come give a talk, I think, to
that would be good.
Straighten this team out.
He's got some clutch in him.
He does have a little clutch in him.
Yes. Have a great show.
Thank you.
Good to see you. That's Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. Jeff will have the rest of the later.
Well, we didn't finish the story for people to know. It wasn't so much trying to rush you through. It's like literally we're out of time in the show is what I was doing. Normally I would let you go on and on. I'll listen to the whole
Boys
letter.
are mad that they enjoyed the letter and they thought you were rushing me.
No, there's a couple or three.
People are taking
idiots.
offense.
Yeah, they'd rather complain. It's really they'd rather just. Some people got to complain about something. It's really more of that. So
I was just trying.
You have a great weekend. Finish the story. If you keep reading now, you'll be done with the story by Sunday evening. Yeah, it'll be done by Sunday evening. So long.
Read him. It was a long letter. The kid wrote a long letter.
The drill boys stay high.
Your home for Florida Gators baseball is 1010 XL.
The Gators look for a weekend full of